In the beginning, before time itself had meaning, before space had boundaries, before matter had form, there existed only a vast, endless void of absolute nothingness. From this primordial emptiness, consciousness stirred, not the consciousness of mortals, but something far greater, far more ancient than any earthly understanding could comprehend. This was the awakening of Arceus, the original one, whose very existence would become the foundation upon which all reality would rest. Arceus emerged from the void not as a creature born, but as a force that simply began to be. Its body, gleaming with ethereal white light, bore a golden wheel that seemed to contain within it the very essence of creation itself. 16 plates of elemental power orbited this divine being, each one humming with the potential of forces yet to be unleashed upon existence. These plates were not mere accessories, but fragments of the universe's fundamental laws, waiting to be written into the fabric of reality. The loneliness of infinite void weighed heavily upon the original one, and so Arceus began the most magnificent act of creation ever conceived. With gentle purpose, it reached into the depths of its own divine essence and brought forth an egg of impossible beauty. From this cosmic egg emerged Dialga, the master of time itself. Dialga's steel blue body bore the weight of temporal flow, its diamond-like chest plate pulsing with the rhythm of seconds, minutes, hours, and eons yet to come. With Dialga's first breath, time began its eternal march forward, creating the dimension within which all events would unfold. But time without space would be meaningless, and so Arceus created a second egg, equally wondrous as the first. From this emerged Palkia, the sovereign of space and dimensions. Palkia's pearl-pink form shimmered with the power to bend reality itself, its shoulder-mounted spheres containing within them the ability to create gaps between dimensions, to stretch distances, and to give form to the formless void. With Palkia's awakening, the universe gained depth, width, height, and the infinite possibilities of dimensional existence. Yet even with time and space established, the universe remained incomplete. Arceus, in its infinite wisdom, understood that balance required a third fundamental force. From a final egg came Giratina, the being destined to govern antimatter and the spaces between worlds. Giratina's serpentine form, adorned with ghostly appendages and golden spikes, represented the necessary counterpoint to creation itself. However, Giratina's violent and destructive nature proved too chaotic for the newly formed world, and with great sorrow, Arceus banished its child to the reverse world, a dimension where Giratina could exist without threatening the delicate balance of creation. With the fundamental forces of existence now in place, Arceus turned its attention to filling the vast emptiness with matter and energy. The original one's 1,000 arms, as ancient texts describe them, reached out across the cosmos, shaping galaxies, stars, and countless worlds. Among these worlds, one would become special above all others, a blue and green sphere that would come to be known by many names, but which we know simply as the world of Pokémon. This world, suspended perfectly in the cosmic dance of celestial bodies, received Arceus's most careful attention. The original one descended upon its surface and began the delicate work of creating the conditions necessary for life to flourish. But even a god cannot be everywhere at once, and so Arceus created the Lake Guardians, 3 small but incredibly powerful beings who would embody the essential aspects of consciousness itself. Uxie, the being of knowledge, emerged first, its golden form radiating with the accumulated wisdom of ages. Uxie's closed eyes held within them all knowledge that was, is, and ever would be. Legend speaks of how Uxie's opened eyes could erase the memories of any being, but its purpose was not destruction, but rather the careful distribution of knowledge throughout the world, ensuring that wisdom would flow where it was needed most. Mesprit, the being of emotion, followed next, its pink form glowing with the warmth of feeling itself. Where Uxie brought knowledge, Mesprit brought the capacity for joy, sorrow, love, and all the complex emotions that would give meaning to existence. Mesprit's gift was perhaps the most precious of all, for without emotion, life would be merely mechanical existence, devoid of purpose or beauty. Finally came Azelf, the being of willpower, its blue form crackling with determination and resolve. Azelf granted to living beings the strength to act upon their knowledge and emotions, the will to persevere through hardship, and the courage to face the unknown. Together, those three lake guardians formed a trinity of consciousness, ensuring that the life Arceus would create would be truly alive in every sense of the word. With the stage now set, Arceus began the creation of the first Pokémon. These were not the diverse species that would later populate the world, but rather powerful beings designed to shape and maintain the natural order. From the depths of the earth came Groudon, a massive creature of living stone and magma whose very presence could expand the continents and raise mountains from the sea floor. Groudon's red body pulsed with the heat of the planet's core, and its Omega symbol glowed with the power to transform landscapes with each thunderous step. To balance Groudon's dominion over land, Arceus created Kyogre from the primordial oceans. This great leviathan, blue as the deepest seas and vast as the ocean itself, possessed the power to expand the waters and bring forth rain to nourish the growing world. Kyogre's alpha symbol marked it as the ruler of all aquatic realms, and its gentle movements could create currents that would carry life to every corner of the globe. But the conflict between land and sea threatened to tear the young world apart, as Groudon and Kyogre clashed in titanic battles that shook the very foundations of creation. Recognizing the need for mediation, Arceus created Rayquaza, the sky-high Pokémon, whose emerald form could soar through the highest reaches of the atmosphere. Rayquaza's role was that of peacekeeper, descending from its domain in the ozone layer whenever the balance between land and sea was threatened, its dragon pulse attacks serving as divine intervention to restore harmony. As eons passed and the world took shape, Arceus continued its work of creation, bringing forth beings to govern every aspect of the natural world. The winds themselves gained consciousness in the form of the legendary birds, though their stories would unfold in ages yet to come. The very concept of life and death became embodied in creatures of immense power, each playing their part in the great cycle that would sustain the world. The forests began to stir with the presence of Celebi, a small green being capable of traveling through time itself, its purpose to ensure that nature would always find a way to heal and renew itself. Celebi's gentle nature and its ability to bring plants to bloom with a mere touch made it beloved by all living things, and its time-traveling abilities allowed it to plant the seeds of hope in even the darkest of futures. In the vast expanses of the sea, Lugia took residence, its silver wings capable of creating storms with the slightest movement. Despite its awesome power, Lugia was a gentle guardian, preferring to remain hidden in the depths of the ocean trenches, emerging only when the balance of nature was truly threatened. Its psychic abilities allowed it to communicate with all sea life, making it a bridge between the aquatic and terrestrial worlds. The mountains and valleys echoed with the presence of Ho-Oh, the rainbow Pokémon, whose golden and red plumage caught the sunlight and transformed it into brilliant rainbows that arced across the sky. Ho-Oh's sacred fire burned with the power of rebirth and renewal, and those pure of heart who witnessed its flight were said to be blessed with eternal happiness. Deep within the earth's crust, Heatran took form, a being of living lava and steel whose purpose was to regulate the planet's internal temperature and prevent catastrophic volcanic eruptions. Its unique typing of fire and steel made it perfectly suited for life in the most extreme environments, where temperatures would instantly destroy any other form of life. As the world grew more complex and life began to flourish in countless forms, new challenges arose that required new guardians. The delicate balance between the physical and spiritual worlds needed protection, and so beings like Latios and Latias came into existence, their psychic abilities allowing them to perceive and interact with both dimensions simultaneously. These dragon-type guardians of the soul possessed an intelligence that transcended ordinary understanding, their crystalline bodies shimmering with an inner light that reflected the purity of their intentions. Latios, with his blue and white coloring, embodied the protective masculine energy, while Latias, adorned in red and white, represented the nurturing feminine aspect. Together, they could share sight and emotions through telepathy, creating an unbreakable bond that allowed them to coordinate their efforts across vast distances. Their ability to become invisible and their incredible speed made them perfect protectors of cities and sacred places, watching over humanity from the shadows while remaining largely unseen. In the deepest trenches of the ocean, where sunlight never penetrated and pressure would crush any ordinary being, Kyogre stirred in its eternal slumber. This massive whale-like creature embodied the very essence of water itself, its blue hide marked with red lines that pulsed like the currents of the deep sea. Kyogre's power over water was absolute, capable of expanding the oceans with heavy rains that could last for months, reshaping coastlines and creating new seas where once there had been dry land. Its primal energy connected it directly to the planet's hydrological cycle, making it not merely a controller of water, but water itself given consciousness and form. Far beneath the Earth's surface, in chambers of molten rock and crystallized minerals, Groudon lay dormant, its red armored body radiating heat that kept the planet's core active. Where Kyogre was the sea, Groudon was the land itself, capable of raising continents and creating mountain ranges with its mere presence. Its ability to intensify sunlight and create drought balanced Kyogre's rain-bringing powers, and together, these two titans represented the eternal struggle between sea and land that shaped the world's geography. The red markings along Groudon's body glowed like veins of lava, and when it moved, earthquakes would ripple across the continents, reminding all life of the immense forces that lay beneath their feet. High above, in the stratosphere, beyond the reach of ordinary flying creatures, Rayquaza made its home in the ozone layer itself. This serpentine dragon of green and gold possessed the unique ability to calm the conflicts between Kyogre and Groudon, serving as a mediator when their battles threatened to tear the world apart. Rayquaza's mastery over air currents and its connection to the atmosphere made it the guardian of the sky, ensuring that the delicate balance of gases that sustained life remained stable. Its ancient wisdom came from eons of observation, watching the world below while maintaining the invisible barrier that protected all surface life from the harsh radiation of space. As life continued to evolve and diversify, new forms of legendary beings emerged to address the growing complexity of existence. In the cold reaches of the polar regions, Regisse formed from ice that had never known melting, its crystalline body containing frozen air from the planet's earliest atmosphere. This golem of ice moved slowly but with purpose, its role to preserve and protect, to maintain the frozen records of ancient climates locked within glaciers and polar ice caps. The patterns of dots across its face served as both sensors and communication devices, allowing it to detect changes in temperature and humidity across vast distances. Deep within mountain caves, Regirock assembled itself from stones and boulders, each one chosen for its stability and strength. Unlike ordinary rock formations, Regirock could repair itself by incorporating new stones into its body, making it virtually indestructible. Its purpose was to guard ancient ruins and sacred sites, ensuring that the knowledge and artifacts of past civilizations would remain protected until the time came for them to be rediscovered. The orange pattern on its face glowed with an inner energy that could detect vibrations through solid rock, allowing it to monitor vast underground networks. In chambers filled with rare metals and magnetic fields, Registeel took shape from materials forged in the hearts of dying stars. Its silver body was harder than any known substance, yet it moved with surprising grace and precision. Registeel's role was to maintain and protect the technological achievements of ancient civilizations, preserving their knowledge in forms that could withstand the passage of millennia. Its ability to manipulate magnetic fields allowed it to interact with metal objects at a distance, and its body served as a living archive of metallurgical knowledge. These three titans of ice, rock, and steel were created by Regigigas, a colossal being whose power was so immense that it could move entire continents. Regigigas had shaped the world's landmasses in the early epochs, pulling continents into their current positions and creating the geographic foundation upon which all future life would develop. However, the exertion of such tremendous power had left Regigigas in a state of perpetual slow start, its movements deliberate and measured, as if the weight of its past accomplishments required careful consideration before any new action. In the vast expanses of space beyond the Earth's atmosphere, other legendary beings maintained their eternal vigil. Jirachi, the wish-making steel and psychic type, slumbered for 1,000 years at a time, awakening only briefly to grant the pure wishes of those who discovered its resting place. Its star-shaped body and the ability to fulfill desires came with the cosmic understanding that true happiness could not be forced or manufactured, but had to arise naturally from the harmony between desire and acceptance. The psychic energies that permeated the universe found expression in beings like Mewtwo, though its creation would come much later through artificial means, representing the dangerous potential of attempting to replicate the power of the original legendary beings. The genetic material of Mew, the ancestor of all Pokémon, contained within it the blueprint for every possible form of life, making it perhaps the most precious being in existence. Mew's playful nature and incredible adaptability allowed it to survive in any environment while maintaining its role as the living library of genetic possibility. As the world matured and the first stirrings of human consciousness began to emerge, new legendary beings arose to address the unique challenges that would come with intelligent life. Azelf embodied willpower itself, the driving force that allowed conscious beings to make choices and pursue goals despite obstacles and setbacks. Its presence in the world ensured that free will would remain a fundamental aspect of intelligent life, protected from external manipulation or control. Uxie became the keeper of knowledge, its vast psychic powers dedicated to the accumulation and preservation of wisdom. Those who looked directly into Uxie's eyes would have their memories erased, not out of malice, but to prevent any single being from becoming overwhelmed by the totality of universal knowledge. Its role was to ensure that learning remained a gradual process, allowing individuals to grow and develop at their own pace. Mesprit, the being of emotion, brought the gift of feeling to the world, ensuring that intelligence would be tempered by empathy, joy, sorrow, and all the complex emotions that would make life meaningful rather than merely functional. Its presence guaranteed that even as beings grew in power and knowledge, they would retain the capacity for love, compassion, and connection with others. These three Lauk guardians worked in perfect harmony to maintain the delicate balance of consciousness, ensuring that intelligence, emotion, and will would develop together rather than in isolation. Their influence extended to all thinking beings, creating the foundation for societies, relationships, and the rich inner lives that would characterize advanced civilizations. The emergence of these consciousness-bearing entities marked a profound shift in the world's development, as the purely physical forces that had shaped the early ages now gave way to more subtle influences that would guide the evolution of mind and spirit. In the depths of the ocean, where pressure and darkness created conditions unlike anywhere else on the planet, Kyogre continued its eternal dance with the waters of the world. Its massive form moved through the deepest trenches with a grace that belied its incredible size, each movement sending currents that would eventually reach every shore and influence weather patterns across vast continental distances. The primal energy that flowed through Kyogre's body was intimately connected to the water cycle itself, making it not merely a creature of the sea, but the living embodiment of all water on the planet. When storms raged across the oceans, they carried with them echoes of Kyogre's ancient power, and when gentle rains nourished the land, they bore the blessing of this primordial guardian. Deep beneath the surface of the earth, in chambers of molten rock where no ordinary life could survive, Groudon rested in periods of dormancy that could last for millennia. Its massive claws, capable of raising entire mountain ranges, remained folded against its body as it drew power from the planet's core. The heat that radiated from Groudon's form was not merely temperature, but the fundamental force of terrestrial energy, the same power that drove volcanic eruptions and tectonic movements. During its brief periods of activity, Gruden would reshape coastlines and create new land masses, always working to maintain the delicate balance between sea and shore that allowed life to flourish in the narrow band where water met land. Its rivalry with Kyogre was not born of animosity, but of the natural tension between opposing forces that must exist in equilibrium to sustain the world. High above both sea and land, Rayquaza maintained its vigil in the ozone layer, its serpentine body undulating through the thin atmosphere with movements that helped regulate the planet's protective barrier against harmful cosmic radiation. The dragon's presence in this liminal space between Earth and void made it uniquely suited to mediate between the terrestrial powers below and the cosmic forces above. Its emerald scales absorbed and redirected energy from solar winds and meteor showers, preventing catastrophic impacts while allowing beneficial cosmic influences to reach the planet's surface. When Rayquaza descended from his aerial domain, it was typically to restore balance when the conflicts between Gruden and Kyogre threatened to destabilize the climate beyond recovery. As eons passed and the world's systems became increasingly complex, new legendary beings emerged to oversee specialized aspects of existence that required dedicated guardians. In the frozen reaches of the polar regions, where ice and snow created landscapes of pristine beauty and harsh survival conditions, beings of incredible power took residence to maintain the delicate balance of seasons and temperature. These guardians understood that cold was not merely the absence of heat, but a force unto itself, capable of preserving life in dormant states and creating the conditions necessary for certain forms of existence to thrive. The passage of time itself began to require more sophisticated oversight as the world grew more complex and the consequences of temporal disturbances became potentially catastrophic. In dimensions that existed parallel to the physical world, beings of immense power devoted themselves to maintaining the integrity of causality and ensuring that the flow of time remained stable and predictable. Thus, temporal guardians could perceive the threads of possibility that extended from every moment, seeing how small changes in the present could cascade into dramatically different futures. Their intervention was subtle but constant, gently guiding events to prevent paradoxes and maintain the coherent progression of history. The concept of space itself, the fundamental framework within which all existence took place, required its own dedicated guardian. This being existed simultaneously in multiple dimensions, its consciousness spanning the gaps between parallel realities and maintaining the structural integrity of the universe's geometric foundations. Its power over spatial relationships allowed it to compress vast distances or expand tiny spaces, creating pocket dimensions where other legendary beings could rest undisturbed, or where particularly dangerous phenomena could be contained without threatening the stability of the main reality. As plant life evolved and spread across the continents, transforming barren landscapes into lush forests and fertile plains, certain legendary beings emerged with deep connections to the growing world of vegetation. These guardians of nature possess the ability to accelerate plant growth, purify contaminated soil, and maintain the complex symbiotic relationships between different species that allowed ecosystems to flourish. Their presence could be felt in ancient forests where trees grew to impossible heights and lived for thousands of years. their roots intertwining in networks that shared nutrients and information across vast distances. The oceans, which had been the domain of Kyogre since the world's earliest days, gradually developed their own specialized guardians as marine ecosystems became more diverse and complex. These beings of the deep possessed knowledge of underwater currents, tidal patterns, and the migration routes of countless sea creatures. They could calm tsunamis before they reached populated shores and guide schools of fish to areas where they were needed to maintain the ocean's ecological balance. In the deepest trenches, where pressure and darkness created conditions more alien than the surface of distant planets, these guardians maintained sanctuaries where unique forms of life could evolve in isolation. The relationship between the legendary beings and the gradually emerging human populations was one of careful distance and occasional intervention. These ancient powers recognized that humans possessed a unique combination of intelligence, creativity, and adaptability that set them apart from other forms of life. But they also understood that direct contact could be overwhelming or corrupting for mortal minds. Instead, they chose to work through subtle influences, inspiring dreams and visions that would guide human development along paths that complemented rather than conflicted with the natural order. Certain legendary beings took on the role of testing human character and resolve, appearing in times of crisis to observe how individuals and communities responded to seemingly impossible challenges. These tests were never arbitrary or cruel, but were designed to help humans discover their own inner strength and develop the wisdom necessary to coexist with forces beyond their comprehension. Those who proved themselves worthy might receive brief glimpses of legendary power or knowledge that would help them become better leaders and protectors of their communities. The artifacts and locations associated with legendary beings began to accumulate their own mystical properties through prolonged exposure to these cosmic forces. Ancient temples built on sites where legendary Pokémon had rested became focal points for spiritual energy, allowing humans to commune with forces they could not directly perceive. Sacred stones and crystals that had been touched by legendary power developed the ability to store and channel small amounts of this energy, creating tools that could be used for healing, communication across vast distances, or protection against natural disasters. The gradual accumulation of these sacred artifacts created networks of power that spanned entire continents, with each temple, shrine, and blessed location serving as a node in an invisible web of energy that helped maintain the world's stability. Ancient civilizations began to develop around these focal points, their cultures and traditions shaped by the subtle influences that emanated from places where legendary beings had once walked. These settlements grew into cities that seemed to exist in perfect harmony with their natural surroundings, their architecture flowing like organic growth from the landscape itself, their inhabitants possessing an intuitive understanding of seasonal cycles, weather patterns, and the delicate relationships between different species that shared their regions. The legendary beings themselves began to establish territories and spheres of influence that reflected their individual natures and the roles they had chosen to play in the world's ongoing development. Those connected to the elements found themselves drawn to regions where their particular forces were most prominently displayed, with fire-type legendaries gravitating toward volcanic regions where they could work with the planet's geological processes, while ice type beings made their homes in polar regions and high mountain peaks where they could regulate global temperature patterns and preserve ancient ice that held within it the memory of countless seasons and climate cycles that had shaped the world over millions of years. The passage of time brought with it new challenges as the world's ecosystems became increasingly complex and interconnected. Legendary beings found themselves needing to coordinate their efforts more carefully to prevent unintended consequences from their individual actions. A decision to alter weather patterns in one region might affect rainfall thousands of miles away, while changes to ocean currents could influence the migration patterns of creatures that had relied on consistent routes for countless generations. This need for cooperation led to the establishment of gathering places where legendary beings could meet to discuss and coordinate their activities, locations that existed partially outside normal space and time to allow beings of vastly different natures to interact safely. These gatherings were rare and momentous events that could influence the course of history for entire ages. The decisions made during these councils would shape the development of new species, the formation of mountain ranges and ocean basins, and the delicate balance of forces that determined whether regions would be hospitable to life or remain wild and untamed. The legendary beings approached these responsibilities with profound seriousness, understanding that their choices would echo through countless generations of mortal creatures who depended on the stability and predictability of the natural world for their survival and prosperity. As human civilizations grew more sophisticated, some legendary beings began to take a more active interest in their development, though always maintaining the careful distance that prevented direct interference with human free will and natural growth. They observed with fascination as humans developed art, music, literature, and philosophy, recognizing in the creative expressions echoes of the same forces that had driven their own participation in the world's creation. The most profound works of human culture seem to capture something of the eternal principles that governed the universe, suggesting that mortal minds were capable of perceiving and expressing truths that transcended their individual lifespans and limitations. Certain legendary beings became patrons of human knowledge and learning, inspiring the construction of great libraries and centers of study where information could be preserved and passed down through generations. They influenced the development of written language systems that could accurately record complex ideas and observations, ensuring that human wisdom would not be lost to the passage of time. The greatest scholars and philosophers of ancient civilizations often reported dreams and visions that provided them with insights into the fundamental nature of reality, though they rarely understood the true source of these inspirations. The relationship between legendary beings and the natural world continued to evolve as new species emerged and existing creatures adapted to changing conditions. Some legendary beings took on the role of shepherds for entire evolutionary lineages, guiding the development of species that would fill specific ecological niches or possess particular abilities that would be needed to maintain environmental balance in future ages. This process required immense patience and foresight, as evolutionary changes typically occurred over timescales that dwarfed even the extended lifespans of most legendary beings. The emergence of Pokémon as a distinct category of creatures marked a significant milestone in the world's development. These beings possessed abilities that bridge the gap between ordinary animals and the legendary beings themselves, capable of manipulating elemental forces and displaying intelligence that allowed for complex relationships with humans and other species. Legendary beings recognized in Pokemon a reflection of their own natures, creatures that could serve as intermediaries between the mortal and divine realms while maintaining their own independent existence and agency. The bonds that developed between humans and Pokemon fascinated the legendary beings, who observed with wonder as these partnerships created new possibilities for cooperation and mutual growth that neither species could achieve alone. These relationships demonstrated principles of harmony and balance that the legendary beings had been working to establish throughout the natural world, suggesting that the partnership between humans and Pokemon might represent a new phase in the planet's development toward greater complexity and interconnectedness. Some legendary beings began to experiment with their own relationships with mortal creatures, appearing occasionally to humans or Pokemon who demonstrated exceptional character or found themselves facing challenges that required divine intervention. These encounters were always brief and carefully managed to prevent the overwhelming effects that prolonged exposure to legendary power could have on mortal minds and bodies. The individuals chosen for such encounters often became legends themselves, their stories passed down through generations as examples of the potential for cooperation between mortal and divine forces. The artifacts created during these encounters became treasures of immense power and significance, objects that could channel small amounts of legendary energy for healing, protection, or communication. These items were typically entrusted to worthy guardians who understood the responsibility that came with possessing tools touched by divine power. The locations where legendary beings had appeared became pilgrimage sites and centers of spiritual practice, places where the boundary between the mortal and divine realms remained thin enough for sensitive individuals to perceive echoes of legendary presence. As the world continued to evolve and change, the legendary beings adapted their methods and approaches to meet new challenges and opportunities. They developed increasingly sophisticated ways of influencing events without direct intervention, working through chains of cause and effect that might span decades or centuries before producing their intended results. This patient, indirect approach allowed them to guide the world's development while respecting the autonomy and free will of mortal creatures who were ultimately responsible for their own choices and actions. The wisdom accumulated by legendary beings over countless ages became a vast repository of knowledge about the fundamental principles that governed existence itself. Understanding that they occasionally shared with mortals through dreams, visions, and mystical experiences that expanded human consciousness and capability. This ongoing exchange of knowledge and influence created a dynamic relationship between the divine and mortal realms that continued to shape the world's development in ways both subtle and profound, ensuring that the planet would continue to evolve toward ever greater complexity, beauty, and harmony throughout the ages yet to come. The cycles of interaction between legendary beings and the mortal realm gradually established patterns that would influence the development of entire civilizations as communities that experienced divine guidance often flourished in ways that seemed to defy natural limitations. These blessed settlements developed advanced techniques for agriculture, architecture, and artistic expression that reflected principles learned from their encounters with legendary forces. The knowledge passed down through these communities created cultural traditions that emphasized respect for nature, understanding of balance, and recognition of the interconnectedness of all living things. Archaeological evidence from these ancient sites reveals sophisticated understanding of astronomy, geology, and biology that could only have been acquired through contact with beings possessing cosmic perspective and deep knowledge of natural systems. The legendary beings themselves began to recognize that their individual efforts, while powerful, could achieve even greater results when coordinated with the activities of their divine peers. This recognition led to the formation of loose alliances and partnerships between different legendary entities, each contributing their unique abilities and perspectives to shared goals of planetary stewardship and development. These collaborations were conducted through methods of communication that transcended physical space and time, allowing beings separated by vast distances to coordinate their activities with perfect precision. The results of such cooperation often manifested as synchronized changes across multiple regions, seasonal patterns that seem to respond to collective divine will, and environmental shifts that prepared the planet for new phases of evolutionary development. During periods when the world faced particularly significant challenges or opportunities, multiple legendary beings would sometimes combine their efforts in more direct ways, creating temporary convergences of divine power that could reshape entire continents or redirect the course of evolutionary development. These events, while rare, left lasting impressions on the planet's geological and biological systems, creating unique environments where the laws of nature operated under modified principles that reflected the combined influence of multiple divine wills. The creatures that evolved in these special regions often developed extraordinary abilities and characteristics that seemed to bridge the gap between mortal and legendary status, serving as living examples of what was possible when divine influence worked in harmony with natural processes. The artifacts and structures created during these periods of intense divine collaboration became focal points for spiritual energy that continued to influence their surroundings for thousands of years after their creation. These sacred sites developed their own ecosystems of enhanced natural phenomena where plants grew with unusual vigor, weather patterns followed mysterious rhythms, and the boundary between physical and spiritual realms became permeable enough to allow for extraordinary experiences. Pilgrims who visited these locations often reported visions, healing experiences, and sudden insights that transformed their understanding of their place in the world and their relationship with the forces that shaped existence. As human civilization continued to develop and spread across the planet, the legendary beings faced new challenges in maintaining their role as guardians and guides while avoiding interference with the natural development of human culture and society. They developed increasingly subtle methods of influence, working through inspiration, intuition, and synchronicity to guide human development along paths that would ultimately benefit both species and the planet as a whole. This delicate balance required constant adjustment and refinement, as the rapid pace of human technological and social development created situations that had never existed before in the planet's history. The legendary beings began to establish networks of mortal allies and representatives who could serve as intermediaries between the divine and human realms, individuals who possess the wisdom and spiritual development necessary to understand and communicate divine will without being overwhelmed by the experience. Those chosen individuals often became the founders of spiritual traditions, philosophical schools, and cultural movements that would influence human development for generations to come. The teachings they received and transmitted emphasized principles of harmony, balance, and respect for all forms of life that reflected the cosmic perspective of their legendary mentors. The relationship between legendary beings and the natural world continued to evolve as the planet itself underwent changes driven by both natural processes and the increasing influence of human activity. The divine guardians found themselves needing to adapt their methods of environmental stewardship to account for new factors and challenges that emerged from the complex interactions between human civilization and natural systems. This adaptation required them to develop new forms of intervention and influence that could work within the constraints imposed by human activity while still maintaining the fundamental balance and harmony that they had worked for eons to establish. The wisdom traditions that emerged from centuries of interaction between legendary beings and mortal creatures began to coalesce into comprehensive understanding of the principles that governed existence at all levels, from the quantum interactions of subatomic particles to the vast movements of cosmic forces that shaped the universe itself. This knowledge, carefully preserved and transmitted through generations of initiated individuals, provided a foundation for human understanding of their place in the cosmic order and their responsibility as conscious beings capable of influencing the development of their world through their choices and actions. The legendary beings themselves continue to grow and evolve through their interactions with mortal creatures, discovering new aspects of their own nature and capabilities through the challenges and opportunities presented by their role as guardians and guides. The complexity and unpredictability of mortal behavior provided them with endless opportunities for learning and development that enriched their understanding of consciousness, free will, and the creative potential that emerged from the intersection of order and chaos. This ongoing process of mutual growth and discovery ensured that the relationship between divine and mortal realms remained dynamic and creative, constantly generating new possibilities for development and expression. The sacred spaces and artifacts created through millennia of divine mortal interaction became repositories of accumulated wisdom and power that continued to influence the world long after their original creators had moved on to other concerns and responsibilities. These enduring legacies served as anchors for spiritual energy and focal points for continued interaction between realms, ensuring that the connection between mortal and divine consciousness would never be completely severed, even during periods when direct contact became rare or impossible. The echoes of ancient legends continue to resonate through the fabric of reality, shaping the dreams and aspirations of countless generations. Even as the world progressed and the footprints of humanity began to multiply across the land, the presence of these legendary beings, though often unseen, remained a guiding force, like a silent, enduring melody beneath the bustling symphony of life. The very landscapes, from the highest snow capped peaks to the deepest abyssal trenches, bore the indelible marks of their passage, their power, and their profound influence. Each ancient forest whispered tales of Celebi's timeless journeys. Each volcanic caldera simmered with the fiery spirit of Grodin, and every ocean current danced to the rhythm of Kyogre's boundless energy. The diverse regions of the world, each with its own unique climate, geography, and culture, became living testaments to the complex interplay between the legendary Pokémon and their environments. In the verdant, mystical lands of Johto, the tales of the legendary beasts, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, served as a constant reminder of the destructive power of fire and the rejuvenating force of water, their eternal chase a metaphor for the cycles of nature itself. Those three, born from the ashes of the brass tower, a structure tragically consumed by fire, were revived by Ho-Oh, the rainbow Pokémon, itself a symbol of hope and new beginnings. Ho-Oh, with its magnificent iridescent wings, was said to bring happiness to those who witnessed its flight, its feathers imbued with 7 colors, each representing a promise of a bright future. Its counterpart, Lugia, the guardian of the seas, resided deep beneath the waves, its immense power capable of calming even the most violent storms. Lugia maintained the delicate balance of the 3 legendary birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, whose combined elemental energies, if unchecked, could plunge the world into chaos. The legend of the Whirl Islands, where Lugia was said to reside, spoke of ancient civilizations that revered these beings, building temples and performing rituals to honor their immense power and ensure their favor. Further west, in the rugged, industrialized region of Sinnoh, the very concepts of time, space, and antimatter found their physical embodiment in Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. Dialga, the temporal Pokémon, with its diamond-like armor, had the power to control the flow of time, its roar capable of warping reality itself. Its counterpart, Palkia, the spatial Pokémon, commanded the very fabric of space, able to create and destroy dimensions with a mere thought. These 2 titans, born from the primordial chaos by Arceus, the alpha Pokémon, shaped the universe as we know it. Their constant, yet often unseen interaction maintained the delicate equilibrium of existence. Giratina, on the other hand, a creature of antimatter and distortion, was banished to the distortion world, a realm devoid of time and space for its destructive tendencies. Yet its presence was crucial, serving as a counterbalance to Dialga and Palkia, preventing their energies from spiraling out of control. The ancient myths of Sinnoh spoke of Arceus, the original one, who hatched from an egg in a place where there was nothing, shaping the universe with its 1,000 arms and creating all other Pokémon. This profound origin story underscored the ultimate source of all legendary power, a being beyond comprehension whose influence permeated every corner of existence. The Spear Pillar, a sacred site high atop Mount Coronet, was believed to be the nexus where the dimensions converged, a place where chosen individuals could commune with these cosmic deities. The verdant Unova region, with its diverse ecosystems ranging from bustling cities to serene wilderness, was protected by a trio of legendary dragons, Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem. Reshiram, the vast white Pokémon, embodied truth, its fiery breath capable of incinerating anything. Zekrom, the deep black Pokémon, represented ideals, its electric power able to generate massive thunderstorms. These two powerful dragons, once a single entity, split apart during an ancient war fought between two brothers, each believing their vision for humanity was the correct one. The legend recounted how the single dragon split aside with each brother, reflecting their conflicting philosophies, leading to a devastating conflict that reshaped the land. Kyurem, the boundary Pokemon, was the husk of the original dragon, a formidable creature of ice that embodied the absence of truths and ideals, a powerful reminder of the destructive aftermath of unchecked conflict. The lore of Unova also spoke of the forces of nature, Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus, who brought storms and fertility to the land, their benevolent or destructive actions influenced by human respect for nature. Landorus, the embodiment of abundant harvests, would descend from the heavens to quell the destructive rampages of Tornadus and Thundurus, restoring balance to the land. In the sun-drenched tropical Kalos region, life itself found its protectors in Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde. Xerneas, the life Pokémon, had the ability to share eternal life, its antlers illuminating in 7 colors when it did so. Yveltal, the destruction Pokémon, absorbed the life force of everything around it when its own life force waned, turning into a cocoon upon its demise. These two beings represented the fundamental dichotomy of life and death, their existence intertwined in a delicate cosmic dance. Zygarde, the order Pokémon, a guardian of the ecosystem, manifested in various forms depending on the level of threat to the natural balance. From its tiny single cell to its imposing 50% form, and finally its colossal 100% form, Zygarde would emerge to neutralize threats to the planet's delicate equilibrium, a silent protector ensuring the continuity of life. The ancient legends of Kalos spoke of an ultimate weapon powered by the life force of Pokémon, a destructive force that once brought an end to a devastating war, leaving behind a scarred landscape and a profound reminder of humanity's capacity for both creation and destruction. The tropical Alola region, an archipelago of 4 main islands, was watched over by the benevolent guardian deities, Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Fini. Each Tapu represented one of the islands, embodying its unique spirit and protecting its inhabitants. Tapu Koko, the guardian of Melamele Island, was known for its quick movements and curious nature. Tapu Lele, of Akala Island, spread soothing scales that could heal or harm, reflecting its capricious nature. Tapu Bulu, the guardian of Ula Ula Island, possessed immense strength and a gentle demeanor. Tapu Fini, of Pony Island, could create purifying water that cleansed both body and mind. These guardian deities, while protective, were also fiercely independent and would test the worthiness of those who sought their power. The local traditions of Alola also spoke of the Ultra Beasts, mysterious creatures from other dimensions that occasionally breached the fabric of reality, posing a unique challenge to the region's delicate balance and prompting the guardians to step in and protect their sacred lands. The story of the Cosmoem, Cosmog, Solgaleo, and Lunala detailed the passage to other dimensions, with Solgaleo as the emissary of the sun and Lunala As the ambassador of the moon, their combined power capable of traversing the ultra wormholes that connected different realities. Those meticulously detailed accounts, passed down through generations, were not merely whimsical stories, but encoded wisdom, guiding principles for living in harmony with the natural world and with each other. The legendary Pokémon, in their silent vigil, continued to inspire awe, respect, and a sense of profound interconnectedness. Their existence served as a constant reminder that beyond the everyday struggles and triumphs, there lay a deeper, more profound order to the universe, one guided by forces both immense and ancient, ensuring the perpetual dance of creation and destruction, life and death, order and chaos. And as the stars slowly turned in the night sky, their silent, timeless presence continued to weave its magic, leaving an indelible imprint on the collective consciousness of all beings. The understanding that these powerful beings, while often distant, remained ever present, watching, influencing, and sometimes directly interceding, provided a comforting sense of cosmic order, a gentle reassurance that even in the face of uncertainty, the fundamental balance of the world was upheld by forces beyond mortal comprehension. The whispers of their legends, like a gentle breeze, continued to carry through the eons, a constant calming presence in the vast tapestry of existence. The whispers of their legends, like a gentle breeze, continued to carry through the eons, a constant calming presence in the vast tapestry of existence. As we gently drift further into the history of these magnificent beings, our journey takes us eastward to the region of Galar, a land steeped in myth and folklore, where the very landscape seems to hum with ancient power. Here, a different set of legends unfolds, tales of heroes and colossal Pokémon that shaped the destiny of the land during a cataclysmic event known as the Darkest Day. This epical moment, shrouded in mist and memory, speaks of an energy crisis that threatened to engulf Galar in eternal night. A crisis born from the unchecked power of a legendary Pokémon known as Eternatus. Eternatus, a being of immense cosmic energy, arrived on Earth from a meteor, bringing with it the power of Dynamax, a phenomenon that allows Pokémon to grow to gargantuan sizes and unleash incredible strength. When uncontrolled, this power manifested as the Darkest Day, plunging Galar into chaos. It was during this time of impending doom that two legendary heroes, wielding a sword and a shield, rose to confront Eternatus. Their names, now lost to the sands of time, are immortalized in the forms of Zacian and Zamazenta, noble Pokémon whose very essence embodies the spirit of Galar's ancient protectors. Zacian, the fairy steel type, wields a gleaming sword in its mouth, a weapon capable of cutting through anything, reflecting its fierce determination and unwavering loyalty. Zamazenta, the fighting steel type, commands an impenetrable shield, its body adorned with armor as strong as any fortress, symbolizing its steadfast defense and protective nature. These two heroes, with their legendary artifacts, faced down Eternatus, ultimately sealing its rampaging power and restoring peace to Galar. Their statues stand proudly in the region, silent sentinels reminding all of their heroic sacrifice and the enduring power of courage. The story of Zacian and Zamazenta is not just a tale of power, but of selflessness, demonstrating how even the most formidable forces can be tamed and brought into balance for the greater good of all. Beyond the immediate crisis of the Darkest Day, Galar's lore also whispers of other powerful Pokémon intrinsically linked to the region's unique geography and history. Regieleki and Regidrago, the newest additions to the legendary Regi family, are said to have been created by the legendary giant Regigigas itself, utilizing pure electrical energy and concentrated dragon energy, respectively. These two powerful Pokémon are found sealed away in ancient temples, accessed only by those who can solve intricate puzzles, a testament to the wisdom and foresight of their original creator. Reguleki, a pure electric type, is capable of generating immense electrical power, while Regidrago, a pure dragon type, embodies the raw, untamed force of dragonkind. Their existence adds another layer of complexity to the already rich tapestry of legendary Pokémon, demonstrating the diverse ways in which these beings come into existence and the profound impact they have on their environment. And then there is Calyrex, the benevolent king of bountiful harvests, a grass psychic type legendary Pokémon, revered throughout Galar for its ability to bless the land with abundant crops and lush vegetation. Calyrex, though small in stature, possesses immense wisdom and psychic abilities, capable of seeing into the future and understanding the hearts of all living things. Its history is deeply intertwined with the prosperity of Galar, as it once ruled over a vast and fertile kingdom, ensuring the well-being of its people and the health of the land. However, over time, the memory of Calyrex faded and its power waned, becoming dependent on the faith and reverence of the people. To regain its full strength and restore its former glory, Calyrex requires the aid of either the magnificent steed Glastrier, an ice-type Pokémon embodying raw, untamed power and swiftness, or Spectrier, a ghost-type Pokémon whose ethereal form and spectral speed are unmatched. When bonded with Glastrier, Calyrex becomes Ice Rider Calyrex, its psychic powers amplified by the chilling essence of the ice. When bonded with Spectrier, it transforms into Shadow Rider Calyrex, its psychic abilities imbued with the shadowy energy of the ghost. These forms highlight the symbiotic relationship between legendary Pokémon and the forces of nature they represent, demonstrating how their power can be enhanced and transformed through partnership and understanding. The legend of Calyrex serves as a gentle reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and nature, and the importance of respecting the ancient powers that sustain the world. Moving westward once more, across vast oceans and diverse landscapes, we arrive at the region of Hisui, a land that would one day be known as Sinnoh. This ancient, untamed wilderness provides a glimpse into the very origins of some of the most profound legendary Pokémon. Here, the temporal and spatial deities, Dialga and Palkia, are not merely distant figures of myth, but active forces whose influence shapes the very fabric of reality. In this era, before the modern understanding of Pokémon and their powers, the legends of these colossal beings were even more immediate and awe-inspiring. Arceus, the alpha Pokémon, the progenitor of all, is believed to have created the entire Pokémon universe, including the original Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. Its power is beyond human comprehension, capable of shaping reality itself. In Hisui, the reverence for Arceus is palpable, woven into the very spiritual practices of the people. The legend states that Arceus created the world before even time began, and from its own being brought forth the foundational elements of existence. Dialga, the master of time, and Palkia, the master of space, are its direct descendants, each embodying one of these fundamental dimensions. In Hisui, their presence is felt not just in the stability of time and space, but in the very raw, untamed nature of the land, where their powers are more overtly present. The story of the original Dialga and Palkia and their eventual conflict is a pivotal moment in the creation of the Sinnoh region. Their clashing powers were so immense that they fractured the very fabric of reality, creating the distortion world, a realm where the laws of physics are inverted and time and space are meaningless. This realm became the prison for Giratina, the renegade Pokémon, a being of antimatter and destruction banished by Arceus for its violent nature. In Hisui, the stories of Giratina are whispered with fear and respect, a reminder of the destructive power that can be unleashed when the balance of creation is disturbed. The existence of the distortion world and Giratina serves as a stark contrast to the order brought by Dialga and Palkia, highlighting the duality of creation and destruction that lies at the heart of the Pokemon universe. The Hisuian legends also introduce us to the noble Pokemon, powerful creatures blessed by Arceus, who serve as guardians of particular areas and are revered by the local populace. These noble Pokemon, though not legendary in the same sense as Dialga or Palkia, are deeply connected to the regional lore and serve as important figures in understanding the ancient relationship between humans and powerful Pokemon. Their stories are not just tales of strength, but of responsibility and the intricate web of life that connects all beings. As we move forward in time to the modern Sinnoh region, the legends of Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina continue to resonate, albeit in a more refined and understood context. The Spear Pillar, an ancient temple atop Mount Coronet, is recognized as the sacred site where the creation trio's powers converge. The myths speak of these three legendary Pokemon, born from Arceus, each representing a fundamental aspect of the universe. Dialga, a dragon steel type, governs the flow of time, able to accelerate, slow, or even stop it completely. Its roar is said to echo through all of eternity, dictating the passage of moments and eons. Palkia, a dragon water type, wields control over space, capable of distorting distances, expanding dimensions, and creating new spatial realities. Its movements are said to ripple through the fabric of existence, shaping the very layout of the world. Giratina, a dragon ghost type, exists as an antithesis to Dialga and Palkia, representing antimatter and the distortion world. Its presence is a reminder of the delicate balance between creation and destruction, order and chaos. These three, known as the Creation Trio, are not just powerful beings, but fundamental forces that underpin the very reality of the Pokemon world. Their existence dictates the laws of physics, the passage of time, and the structure of space. The legends surrounding them are not mere stories, but profound philosophical concepts about the nature of existence itself. The understanding of their powers and their interconnectedness provides a deeper appreciation for the intricate design of the universe and the foundational role these legendary Pokemon play within it. The Sinnoh region also holds the secrets of the Lake Guardians, Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf. These three psychic-type Pokemon are said to have been created by Arceus at the same time as the Creation Trio, tasked with bestowing knowledge, emotion, and willpower upon all living beings. Uxie, the being of knowledge, resides in Lake Acuity, its gaze said to erase the memories of those who look directly into its eyes, yet it bestows wisdom, upon those who seek it sincerely. Mesprit, the being of emotion, makes its home in Lake Verity, its touch said to evoke powerful feelings in creatures, impacting their joy, sorrow, and anger. Azelf, the being of willpower, dwells in Lake Valor, granting strength of will and determination to those who encounter it. These three gentle yet powerful Pokémon are vital to the spiritual and emotional well being of all life, their quiet presence ensuring the continued development of consciousness and inner strength. Their legends are a testament to the idea that true power is not just about physical might, but also about the profound influences on the inner world of sentient beings. The sheer scope and diversity of legendary Pokemon, from the cosmic architects like Arceus to the regional guardians like the Tapas, speak to a universe of endless wonder and profound mystery. Each legend, each whispered tale, adds another brushstroke to the grand masterpiece of existence, reminding us that there is always more to learn, more to discover, and more to appreciate in the silent, majestic dance of these ancient beings. Their stories, passed down through generations, are not merely historical accounts, but living narratives that continue to shape the world and inspire those who listen closely enough to hear their gentle, timeless echoes. These legends, spanning across regions and eons, paint a picture of a world constantly in flux, yet perpetually balanced by the silent, powerful actions of these extraordinary Pokémon. They are the anchors of reality, the weavers of dreams, and the guardians of cosmic harmony, their presence a comforting lullaby in the vast, unending night. Beyond the cosmic architects and the guardians of mind and emotion, our journey through the annals of legendary Pokemon lore takes us to the Hoenn region, a land rich with ancient tales of titanic struggles that shaped its very geography. Here, the primal forces of land and sea found their ultimate personification in Groudon and Kyogre, two colossal Pokemon whose clashes were said to have carved out continents and filled vast oceans. Groudon, the continent Pokemon, is a ground-type behemoth, its body a living furnace, radiating intense heat capable of evaporating water and expanding land masses. Its power is derived from the Earth's core, and its very presence can cause droughts and volcanic eruptions, shaping the terrestrial landscape with unyielding force. Legend speaks of its awakening from deep slumber, its roar echoing across the land, signaling an era of arid expansion. Conversely, Kyogre, the sea basin Pokemon, is a water-type Leviathan, a majestic creature of the deep whose immense power lies in its ability to expand the oceans and summon torrential downpours. Its form is said to be intricately linked with the ebb and flow of the tides, and its awakening brings forth storms and floods, drowning lands and creating vast new seas. The ancient texts of Hoenn describe a time when Groudon and Kyogre, in their primal forms, engaged in an unending battle for dominance, each attempting to reshape the world in its own image. The skies would darken, the earth would tremble, and the seas would rage as these two titans unleashed their raw, unfathomable power upon each other. Their conflict threatened to tear the very fabric of the world apart, leaving behind only chaos and destruction. It was during this cataclysmic era that a third legendary Pokemon emerged, a sky serpent of immense power and serene majesty, Rayquaza. Rayquaza, the sky-high Pokemon, is a dragon flying type, dwelling high above the clouds in the ozone layer, rarely descending to the surface world. Its role, as told in the Hoenn myths, was to act as a peacemaker, an arbiter between Groudon and Kyogre. When their battle reached its most destructive peak, Rayquaza would descend from its celestial abode, its emerald form cutting through the storm-laden skies, and with an awe-inspiring display of power, quell their rage and restore balance to the world. Its presence brought calm to the tempest, and its power was said to be so immense that it could absorb the very energy of the meteoroids that threatened the planet. The legends whisper of a time when a giant meteoroid threatened to devastate the Hoenn region, and it was Rayquaza, in its ultimate form, that ascended to meet the threat, harnessing the power of the planet itself to protect its inhabitants. Those three Pokémon, Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, represent the fundamental elements of the Hoenn region's geography: land, sea, and sky. Their interaction and their ancient dance of creation and destruction are deeply woven into the very identity of the region and its people. The stories of their power serve as a constant reminder of the immense forces of nature that govern our world and the delicate balance that must be maintained for life to thrive. Moving eastward, we encounter the legendary beasts of the Johto region: Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. These three magnificent Pokémon are said to have been reborn from a fire that consumed the Brass Tower in Ecruteak City, an event that deeply impacted the spiritual landscape of Johto. The legend states that the tower was struck by lightning, igniting a raging inferno that claimed three unnamed Pokémon within its walls. It was Ho-Oh, the rainbow Pokémon, itself a majestic legendary that descended from the heavens, and with its divine power brought these three Pokémon back to life, imbuing them with the elements of the fire's origin and its aftermath. Raikou, the thunder Pokémon, is an electric type embodying the lightning that struck the tower. Its roar is said to send shockwaves through the air, and its movements are as swift as a bolt of electricity. It is a creature of immense speed and raw power, perpetually on the move, its presence often heralded by approaching thunderstorms. Entei, the volcano Pokémon, is a fire type, born from the flames that engulfed the Brass Tower. It is said that a new volcano Pokémon is born whenever a new volcano erupts, its fiery breath capable of incinerating anything in its path. Entei is a symbol of power and indomitable spirit, its fiery presence leaving a lasting impression wherever it roams. Suicune, the Aurora Pokémon, is a water type, representing the rains that eventually extinguish the fire, purifying the land. It is a graceful and serene Pokémon, said to wander across the land, purifying polluted water wherever it goes. Its movements are elegant and fluid, and it is often seen running across the water's surface, leaving a trail of shimmering aurora in its wake. Thus, three legendary beasts are not bound to a single location, but roam freely across the Johto region, their appearances rare and fleeting, yet deeply significant. They are guardians of nature, each embodying a powerful element, and their rebirth at the hands of Ho-Oh signifies a cycle of destruction and renewal, a testament to the enduring spirit of life. Their legends speak of resilience, transformation, and the profound connection between the divine and the natural world. And then there is Ho-Oh itself, the magnificent rainbow Pokémon. A fire-flying type, Ho-Oh is one of the iconic legendary Pokémon of the Johto region, said to have resided at the top of the Brass Tower before its destruction. Its feathers are said to shimmer in 7 colors, creating a magnificent rainbow behind it as it flies. Legend states that those who witness Ho-Oh are granted eternal happiness. It is also believed to be the guardian of the skies and the bringer of good fortune. Ho-Oh's role in reviving the legendary beasts solidifies its status as a benevolent and powerful entity, deeply intertwined with the spiritual well-being of the Johto region. Its cries are said to soothe the soul, and its presence brings a sense of wonder and hope. The legends surrounding Ho-Oh emphasize themes of rebirth, purity, and the promise of a brighter future. Across the globe, in the distant Unova region, another trio of powerful legendary Pokémon hold sway over the forces of reality: Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem. Those three dragons are deeply intertwined with the history and philosophy of Unova, representing ideals, truths, and the remnants of a powerful whole. Reshiram, the vast white Pokémon, is a dragon fire type, embodying truth and the blazing light of ideals. Its wings are said to glow with an intense, fiery brilliance, and its tail resembles a jet engine, capable of incinerating its surroundings. Legend tells of a time when it sided with the elder brother during the founding of the Unova region, seeking an ideal world built on honesty and justice. Its presence is said to bring forth a sense of conviction and a quest for purity. Zekrom, the deep black Pokémon, is a dragon shuch electric type, representing ideals and the powerful darkness of truth. Its massive, generator-like tail can create immense amounts of electricity, and its roars are said to shake the very foundations of the earth. It sided with the younger brother, who sought a world built on strength and realistic principles. Zekrom's presence inspires a pursuit of power and a confrontation with stark realities. Those two dragons, Reshiram and Zekrom, were once a single, powerful dragon that helped the twin heroes establish the Unova region. However, as the brothers' ideals diverged, so too did the dragon, splitting into Reshiram and Zekrom, each embodying one side of the philosophical coin. Their subsequent battles, fueled by clashing ideals and truths, shaped the landscape of Unova and instilled in its people a deep respect for the power of conviction. And then there is Kyurem, the boundary Pokémon. This dragon just ice type is said to be the empty shell of the original dragon, left behind after Reshiram and Zekrom separated. It is a creature shrouded in mystery and sorrow, its body perpetually frozen, radiating an intense cold that can bring forth blizzards. Kyurem represents the absence, the void left behind by the split, and its power lies in its ability to absorb and utilize the essence of both Reshiram and Zekrom, creating new, more powerful forms. The legends of Kyurem speak of its constant yearning to be whole again, to reclaim the lost parts of its being, a poignant reflection on the nature of division and the pursuit of completeness. The Unova dragons, Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem, are not merely powerful creatures, but profound philosophical symbols representing the inherent duality and the complex interplay of ideals and truths that shape societies and individuals. Their stories are a testament to the enduring power of conviction and the ever-present search for balance in a world of opposing forces. As we journey further into the tapestry of legendary Pokémon, we find ourselves in the Kalos region, a land imbued with elegance and ancient history, where the very balance of life and death is held in delicate equilibrium by two magnificent Pokémon, Xerneas and Yveltal. Xerneas, the life Pokémon, is a majestic fairy type, its antlers gleaming with iridescent light, said to emanate pure life energy. Legend states that when its antlers glow, it shares eternal life. It is a benevolent entity, embodying creation, growth, and the delicate beauty of existence. The Kalos region's forests and vibrant ecosystems are believed to flourish under its gentle influence, and its awakening brings forth a renewed sense of vitality and hope. Xerneas is a symbol of life's enduring resilience and its boundless capacity for renewal. Conversely, Yveltal, the destruction Pokémon, is a formidable dark flying type, its wings and tail resembling the letter Y, its body radiating an aura of immense power. When its feathers glow, it is said to absorb the very life force of all living things around it, a devastating act of destruction. Yveltal represents decay, entropy, and the inevitable end of all things. Its awakening casts a long shadow over the land, signaling an era of decline and the removal of life. However, its role is not simply malevolent, it is an intrinsic part of the natural cycle, ensuring that life can eventually be reborn. Xerneas and Yveltal are two sides of the same cosmic coin, representing the fundamental forces of creation and destruction that govern the universe. Their existence is intertwined, a delicate dance between giving life and taking it away, ensuring that the world remains in a perpetual state of flux and renewal. The myths of Kalos tell of a time when these two Pokémon were constantly in motion, one bringing forth life, the other bringing about its end, a necessary balance to prevent either extreme from overwhelming the world. And towering above them, observing this eternal cycle, is Zygarde, the order Pokémon. A dragon ground type, Zygarde is a unique legendary, existing not as a single entity, but as a collection of cells that can coalesce into different forms, each with varying degrees of power and awareness. Its primary function is to monitor and protect the ecosystem, maintaining order and balance in the world. When the balance between Xerneas and Yveltal is disrupted, Zygarde emerges, its power increasing in proportion to the threat. Its various forms, from the small Zygarde cells and cores to its 10% form, 50% form, and ultimate complete form, represent its adaptive nature and its unwavering commitment to preserving equilibrium. Zygarde is the silent guardian, the ultimate enforcer of ecological harmony, ensuring that neither life nor death overwhelms the other. The trio of Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde in Kalos offers a profound reflection on the natural order, the constant interplay of creation and destruction, and the ever-present force that maintains their precarious balance. Their legends remind us that even in destruction, there is a path to renewal, and that true power often lies in the quiet maintenance of equilibrium. From the vibrant lands of Kalos, our journey now takes us further south to the sun-drenched region of Alola, a chain of islands brimming with unique Pokémon and ancient traditions. Here, the legendary Pokémon are deeply intertwined with the very fabric of the island's creation and their cosmic connection to other dimensions. The primary legendary Pokémon of Alola are the majestic Solgaleo and Lunala, often referred to as the emissaries of the sun and moon, respectively. Solgaleo, the Sun Pokémon, is a powerful psychic steel type, its body gleaming like a celestial lion. It is revered as the beast that devours the sun, a creature capable of traveling between dimensions. Its signature ability, Full Metal Body, prevents its stats from being lowered, reflecting its formidable and unyielding presence. Solgaleo's connection to the sun is not merely symbolic. It is believed to be a bringer of light and warmth, essential for the flourishing life on the Alolan Islands. Ancient Alolan texts describe Solgaleo as a creature that came from another world, a being that opened up pathways to new possibilities and new life. Its roar is said to shake the very fabric of space, and its presence ushers in a time of bright, vibrant energy. Conversely, Lunala, the Moonne Pokémon, is a graceful psychic stage ghost type, resembling a majestic bat with wings that absorb light. It is known as the beast that calls the moon, and like Solgaleo, it possesses the ability to traverse dimensions. Its signature ability, Shadow Shield, reduces the damage it takes when at full HP, emphasizing its ethereal and protective nature. Lunala is deeply connected to the moon and the night, often associated with mystery, dreams, and the hidden aspects of existence. Its gentle glow illuminates the darkest nights, guiding lost souls and bringing a sense of calm under the lunar light. The people of Alola hold Lunala in high esteem, believing it to be a guardian of the night, watching over their slumber and offering solace in the darkness. Its cry is said to echo through the cosmos, a melodic call that summons the moon's gentle influence. Together, Solgaleo and Lunala represent the day and night, the dual cosmic forces that govern time and illumination in Alola. They are not opposing forces in the destructive sense, but rather complementary entities, each playing a vital role in the natural rhythm of the islands. Their legends speak of them as protectors, guiding the Alolan people and maintaining a delicate balance between light and shadow. They are the gateways, the keymasters to other realms, specifically ultraspace. And it is this connection to ultraspace that introduces us to a truly enigmatic legendary, Necrozma, the Prism Pokémon. A pure psychic type, Necrozma is a being of pure light, or rather the absence of it. It is said to have originated from a different dimension and arrived in Alola eons ago. Its body, resembling a jagged, crystalline structure, is perpetually absorbing and refracting light. Necrozma is unique among legendary Pokémon for its ability to fuse with Solgaleo and Lunala, absorbing their light and transforming into incredibly powerful forms. Duskmane Necrozma fused with Solgaleo, and Dawnwings Necrozma fused with Lunala. When Necrozma fully absorbs the light of Solgaleo or Lunala and all the ambient light around it, it transforms into its ultimate terrifying form, Ultra Necrozma. In this state, it radiates an overwhelming brilliance, its power reaching cosmic levels. The lore surrounding Necrozma is tragic. It is believed to have once been a benevolent being that provided light to its homeworld, but an ancient catastrophe caused it to lose its light and succumb to intense pain. This pain drives its insatiable hunger for light, leading it to drain the light from other Pokémon and even entire worlds. Necrozma, therefore, represents the profound consequences of suffering and loss, and the desperate search for something that has been taken away. Its story adds a layer of depth to the Alolan legendaries, highlighting the potential for even the most brilliant beings to fall into darkness when deprived of their fundamental essence. The Alolan people, through their legends, understand Necrozma not as inherently evil, but as a being in immense distress, driven by an unquenchable need. The trio of Solgaleo, Lunala, and Necrozma thus encapsulates a complex narrative of creation, cosmic travel, and the profound impact of light and its absence. Moving from the celestial heights of Alola, we journey to the Galar region, a land inspired by the United Kingdom, where legendary Pokémon are deeply intertwined with the region's history, its industrial revolution, and its very identity. The primary legendary Pokémon of Galar are Zacian and Zamazenta, the warrior Pokémon, whose legends are tied to a cataclysmic event known as the Darkest Day. Zacian, or the fairy steel type, is a majestic wolf-like Pokémon wielding a gleaming sword in its mouth. It is depicted as a noble protector, a hero who, alongside its counterpart, saved Galar from impending doom. Its signature ability, Intrepid Sword, boosts its attack stat upon entering battle, reflecting its courageous and offensive nature. Zacian embodies heroism, bravery, and unwavering loyalty. Legends speak of it as a selfless warrior, standing against overwhelming odds to defend the innocent. Its presence inspires courage and hope, and its sword is said to cleave through any darkness. The people of Galar revere Zacian as a symbol of their enduring spirit and their historical triumphs. Zamazenta, the fighting steel type, is a formidable wolf-like Pokémon adorned with a powerful shield-like mane. It is often described as the King's Shield, a steadfast defender who absorbed the brunt of the Darkest Day's power to protect the land. Its signature ability, Dauntless Shield, boosts its defense stat upon entering battle, emphasizing its unyielding protective capabilities. Zamazenta represents resilience, fortitude, and unwavering protection. It is the immovable object, the steadfast guardian that stands firm against any threat. The Galar region's history is deeply etched with tales of Zamazenta's heroic sacrifice and its role in preserving the peace. Together, Zacian and Zamazenta are two sides of the same heroic coin, offensive power and defensive resilience, both united in their purpose to protect Galar. Their legends are a cornerstone of Galar's identity, reminding its people of their shared history and the heroic deeds that shaped their land. The Darkest Day, a phenomenon where Pokémon become gigantic and rampage, threatened to plunge Galar into an eternal night, and it was these two valiant Pokémon who rose to the challenge, sealing away the source of the chaos. And the source of that chaos, the instigator of the Darkest Day, is Eternatus, the gigantic Pokémon. A poison dragon type, Eternatus is an alien legendary, an enormous skeletal dragon-like creature that arrived in Galar from outer space thousands of years ago. It is the ultimate source of the Dynamax and Gigantamax phenomena, emitting energy that causes Pokémon to grow to colossal sizes. Eternatus's power is immense and uncontrollable, and during the Darkest Day, it went on a rampage, nearly destroying Galar. Zacian and Zamazenta were able to defeat it and seal it away, but its energy continued to seep into the land, creating the Dynamax phenomenon that is now a central part of Galar's Pokémon battles. Eternatus represents an external, cosmic threat, a force of nature so overwhelming that it requires legendary heroes to contain it. Its mere presence highlights the fragile balance of power and the constant need for protectors in the world. The legends of Galar, therefore, are a testament to courage, unity, and the enduring spirit of heroism in the face of insurmountable odds. As our journey through the legendary lore continues, we arrive at the Hisui region, the ancient land that would one day become Sinnoh. Here, the legendary Pokémon are deeply intertwined with the very fabric of time, space, and creation itself, and their stories are told through ancient myths and whispered tales. At the apex of this pantheon stands Arceus, the alpha Pokémon, a normal type legendary Arceus is revered as the creator of the entire Pokémon world. Its lore states that it hatched from an egg in a vortex of nothingness before the universe existed, and then used its 1,000 arms to shape the world. Arceus is said to have created Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, the legendary trio that governs time, space, and the distortion world, respectively. Arceus is the ultimate divine being, a true god of the Pokemon universe, capable of changing its type by holding different elemental plates. It represents creation, origin, and the very essence of existence. Its presence is subtle, but all encompassing, a constant reminder of the universe's ultimate genesis. The legends of Hisui are filled with reverence for Arceus, seeing it as the source of all life and the ultimate authority. Dialga, the temporal Pokemon, is a steel dragon type, and it wields absolute control over time. It can warp time, accelerate it, slow it down, or even stop it entirely. It is said that time began to flow when Dialga was born. Its roar sends ripples through the temporal fabric, and its presence ensures the linear progression of events. Dialga represents the relentless march of time, the inevitability of cause and effect, and the constant movement forward. Without Dialga, the world would be stuck in an eternal present, or perhaps regress into chaos. In Hisui, Dialga is deeply respected, its power both awe-inspiring and terrifying, a constant reminder of the precious and fleeting nature of existence. Palkia, the spatial Pokemon, is a water dragon type, and it possesses absolute control over space. It can warp space, create dimensions, and even tear holes in the fabric of reality. It is said that space became stable when Palkia was born. Its movements ripple through the dimensions, and its presence ensures the vastness and structure of the universe. Palkia represents the boundless expanse of space, the infinite possibilities of dimensions, and the structured arrangement of the cosmos. Without Palkia, space would be formless, chaotic, and perhaps non-existent. In Hisui, Palkia is revered as the architect of the physical world, its power shaping the very landscapes and distances between places. And then there is Giratina, the renegade Pokémon. A ghost dragon type, Giratina is a dark and mysterious legendary, said to have been banished by Arceus to the distortion world for its violent nature. The distortion world is a reverse side of reality, a dimension where the laws of physics are warped and inverted. Giratina can travel freely between its own realm and the regular world, often appearing through reflective surfaces. It embodies antimatter, gravity, and the unpredictable, chaotic aspects of existence. Giratina represents the darker, often unseen forces of the universe, the balance to Dialga's time and Palkia's space. Its presence signifies the hidden depths of reality, the realms beyond human comprehension, and the potential for chaos that exists beneath the surface of order. In Hisui, Giratina is regarded with both fear and respect, a powerful entity that, while banished, still plays a crucial role in maintaining the cosmic balance. These three, Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, form the creation trio, with Arceus at their head. Their interactions are fundamental to the existence and stability of the Pokémon world. Their legends in Hisui delve deeply into the origins of everything, explaining the very nature of reality through their immense powers. The people of Hisui, through their customs and beliefs, developed a profound understanding and reverence for these legendary beings, recognizing their undeniable influence on every aspect of their lives and their world. Accompanying the creation trio in Hisui, we also find the lake guardians, Yuxi, Mesprit, and Azelf. These psychic type legendaries were also created by Arceus and reside in the three Great Lakes of Hisui. Uxie, the knowledge Pokemon, resides in Lake Acuity. It is said that Uxie bestowed knowledge upon humanity, and its gaze can erase the memories of those who look into its eyes. Uxie represents intellect, wisdom, and the pursuit of understanding. It is a quiet, contemplative being, the source of all intellectual thought. Mesprit, the emotion Pokemon, resides in Lake Verity. It is said that Mesprit taught humanity how to feel joy, sorrow, and love. It is an elusive Pokemon, touching the hearts of people and then departing, leaving behind a profound sense of emotion. Mesprit represents feelings, empathy, and the vast spectrum of human emotions. It is a gentle, yet powerful being that connects people to their inner selves. Azelf, the willpower Pokemon, resides in Lake Valor. It is said that Azelf gave humanity courage, determination, and the strength to overcome challenges. It is a strong-willed Pokemon that inspires perseverance and resilience. Azelf represents courage, willpower, and the drive to achieve one's goals. It is a formidable yet inspiring being that empowers individuals. Together, the Lake Guardians represent the core aspects of the human spirit: knowledge, emotion, and willpower. They are vital to the emotional and intellectual development of humanity, and their gentle yet profound influence is deeply felt throughout Hisui. Their legends emphasize the inner strength and capabilities of both Pokemon and humans, and their continued presence in the lakes serves as a constant reminder of these fundamental qualities. The rich tapestry of Hisui's legendary Pokemon, from the cosmic creators to the guardians of the human spirit, paints a vivid picture of a world shaped by immense, ancient powers. A world where every aspect of existence is touched by the divine. The calm waters of the lakes, the vastness of space, the relentless passage of time, and the very spark of creation itself are all embodied in these magnificent beings, silently watching over their world as it slowly drifts into slumber. Beyond the frigid, ancient lands of Hisui, as the world continued its slow, deliberate spin, other legendary Pokemon emerged, each with their own profound impact on the shaping of the world and the lives of those within it. We journey now to the distant region of Hoenn, a land of vibrant oceans, lush rainforests, and towering volcanoes, where a different kind of primordial power held sway. Here, the very land and sea were forged and shaped by two colossal ancient beings, Kyogre and Groudon. Kyogre, the sea basin Pokemon, is a magnificent whale-like creature of immense power, reigning supreme over the vast shimmering oceans. Its presence is said to have expanded the seas, carving out the deep trenches and shaping the continental coastlines. Legends speak of a time when Kyogre, in its primordial form, covered the entire world in torrential rains, creating the very oceans themselves. Its power over water is absolute, able to summon immense tidal waves, conjure unending downpours, and deepen the ocean floor with a single mighty roar. It slumbers in the deepest parts of the ocean, a silent guardian of the marine world, its awakening capable of unleashing devastating floods that could engulf entire lands. Its blue, glowing body is a testament to its oceanic power, a living embodiment of the sea's boundless energy. Opposite Kyogre in its elemental dominion is Groudon, the continent Pokemon, a titanic reptilian creature of fiery red, whose power controls the very earth beneath our feet. Gruden is credited with expanding the land masses, creating mountains, deserts, and volcanic islands, pushing back the encroaching waters with its immense incandescent might. Ancient tales describe Gruden in its primal form, summoning intense heat and volcanic eruptions, drying up oceans and expanding the land to create the continents we know today. Its control over ground and fire is absolute, able to cause earthquakes, summon scorching sunlight, and even create new land from the depths of the earth. Gruden slumbers deep within the planet's core, a fiery heart of the world, its awakening capable of unleashing cataclysmic droughts and volcanic eruptions that could reshape the global landscape. Its red, glowing body, reminiscent of molten rock, symbolizes its powerful connection to the Earth's fiery core. For eons, Kyogre and Groudon engaged in a perpetual, primordial struggle. Their clashes were not mere battles, but cataclysmic events that carved out the very geography of Hoenn, and indeed the world. When Kyogre expanded the seas, Groudon would expand the land, each vying for dominance, their immense powers threatening to tear the world apart. These were not battles of malice, but of elemental forces in opposition, a fundamental tension between water and earth that defined the early world. The sheer scale of their conflict is almost beyond comprehension, a dance of creation and destruction that shaped the very crust of the planet. Observing this ceaseless, world-threatening conflict was a third legendary Pokémon, one that soared high above the fray, Rayquaza, the sky-high Pokémon. Rayquaza is a magnificent serpentine dragon that dwells in the ozone layer, far above the clouds, a silent, watchful guardian of the skies. Its green, emerald-like body is the symbol of its connection to the atmosphere, a creature as ancient as the world itself. Rayquaza's role was to descend from its celestial abode and quell the elemental fury of Kyogre and Groudon, bringing balance to their destructive rivalry. Its intervention would force the two titans back into their deep slumbers, restoring peace to the world and preventing its utter annihilation. Rayquaza is not associated with land or sea, but with the boundless expanse of the sky, acting as a neutral arbiter, a bringer of calm to chaos. Its legendary power to mega evolve further emphasizes its immense strength, a power that once allowed it to single-handedly stop a meteor from destroying the world. Together, Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza form the Weather Trio, or the super ancient Pokémon. Their legends are deeply intertwined with the formation of the planet itself, representing the foundational elements of land, sea, and sky. Their story is a powerful reminder of the delicate balance that exists in nature and the immense forces that underpin our world. The people of Hoenn, surrounded by the dramatic landscapes shaped by these titans, developed a profound respect and at times fear for their power, building sanctuaries and legends around their primordial struggles. Their sleep is a fragile peace, and their awakening is a harbinger of global change, a testament to their enduring influence. As the echoes of Hoenn's elemental titans fade, we drift towards the tranquil, myth-laden lands of Johto, where a different kind of legendary power resides, one deeply connected to the forces of life, death, and spiritual rebirth. Here we encounter the Tower Duo, two majestic avian legendaries whose tales are woven into the very fabric of Johtoese culture. Ho-Oh, the rainbow Pokémon, is a magnificent flying fire-type legend, set to fly across the world on its seven-colored wings, leaving a shimmering rainbow in its wake. Ho-Oh is a symbol of hope, rebirth, and eternal life. Its feathers are said to grant happiness to those who see it, and it is believed to embody the purest form of goodness. Ancient legends tell of Ho-Oh perching atop the brass tower in Ecruteak City, shining brightly. When the tower tragically burned down, claiming the lives of three nameless Pokémon, Ho-Oh, with its immense power and compassion, breathed a new life into them, transforming them into the legendary beasts, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. This act cemented Ho-Oh's status as a benevolent deity, a bringer of renewal and a guardian of life. Its presence is often associated with peace and prosperity, a gentle, guiding light in the world. Lugia, the diving Pokémon, is a majestic, flying, psychic-type legend, often regarded as the guardian of the seas. While Ho-Oh soared the skies, Lugia delved into the depths, residing in the Whirl Islands, a complex system of ocean caves and currents. Lugia is a creature of immense power, capable of calming storms and controlling the ocean currents. Its gentle nature belies its strength, as legend states that its wings possess destructive power, able to level cliffs with a single flap, and thus it chooses to live in isolation, deep beneath the waves, to protect the world from its own might. Lugia is often associated with tranquility, the deep subconscious, and the silent, powerful mysteries of the ocean. It is the counterpoint to Ho-Oh, representing the depths and the hidden forces, while Ho-Oh represents the heavens and the visible light. Their harmonious existence maintains the balance of nature, one reigning over the skies, the other over the seas. The story of the legendary beasts, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, is intrinsically linked to Ho-Oh's compassion and the tragedy of the Brass Tower. Raikou, the Thunder Pokémon, embodies the lightning bolt that struck the tower, a swift and powerful force of nature. Entei, the Volcano Pokémon, represents the flames that engulfed it, a fiery and passionate spirit. Suicune, the Aurora Pokémon, embodies the rain that eventually quenched the flames, a calm and purifying presence. These three legendary Pokémon roam the lands of Johto, each a symbol of the elements that destroyed and cleansed the Brass Tower. They are not merely resurrected beings, but manifestations of natural forces, constantly moving and observing the world, occasionally appearing to those deemed worthy. Their legend is a poignant reminder of loss, rebirth, and the enduring power of nature. Further west, in the land of Kanto, another set of legendary birds soared through the skies, representing the elemental forces of ice, lightning, and fire. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, collectively known as the legendary birds, are powerful elemental beings that maintain the balance of their respective elements in the Kanto region. Articuno, the freeze Pokémon, is a magnificent ice-flying type bird, said to appear before lost travelers in snowy mountains, guiding them to safety. Its wings are made of ice, and it can lower temperatures to below freezing with a single flap, creating blizzards and ice storms. Articuno embodies grace, solitude, and the chilling beauty of winter. It's often found in the highest, most remote icy peaks, a silent sentinel of the frozen wilderness. Zapdos, the electric Pokémon, is a fierce electric flying type bird said to appear during thunderstorms, its powerful wing beats creating thunderclaps and lightning bolts. Its body crackles with electricity, and it can unleash immense electrical charges, illuminating the darkest skies. Zapdos embodies raw power, energy, and the electrifying force of a summer storm. It's often sighted during periods of intense electrical activity, a living conduit of atmospheric energy. Moltres, the flame Pokémon, is a fiery fire-flying type bird, said to appear near volcanoes and other hot places, its magnificent wings trailing fire as it flies. It is capable of healing itself by dipping into volcanic magma, and its presence can cause intense heat waves. Moltres embodies passion, destruction, and the scorching heat of summer. It is often seen near active volcanoes or in arid, sun-baked landscapes, a fiery spirit of the earth. These three legendary birds are not directly involved in shaping the world's geography in the same way as Kyogre and Gruden, but their consistent presence and elemental powers contribute to the ecological balance and atmospheric conditions of Kanto. Their occasional disputes, often sparked by territorial claims or elemental imbalances, can cause dramatic weather shifts, but they generally maintain a respectful distance, ensuring the integrity of their elemental domains. Their legends speak of their immense power and the dangers of disturbing their natural harmony. As we move even further back in time, to the very dawn of creation, we encounter the mythical figure of Mew, the new species Pokémon. Mew is an extremely rare and elusive psychic type Pokémon, said to contain the genetic code of all Pokémon within its DNA. It is often described as the ancestor of all Pokémon, a primordial being from which all other species evolved. Mew possesses the ability to learn any move, and its playful, childlike nature belies its immense power and importance. Its very existence is a testament to the diversity and adaptability of life. Legends suggest that Mew existed in a time before humans or even many legendary Pokémon, silently observing the slow unfolding of life. Its existence is more theoretical for many, a whisper of a distant past, yet its genetic blueprint is said to hold the key to understanding the entirety of Pokémon evolution. Closely related to Mew, yet a stark contrast in its origin, is Mewtwo, the genetic Pokémon. Mewtwo is a psychic type, legendary Pokémon created by human scientists through genetic manipulation based on the DNA of Mew. Its creation represents a controversial intersection of science and legend, a deliberate attempt by humanity to replicate and control the power of a divine being. Mewtwo is incredibly powerful, possessing immense psychic abilities that far surpass those of most Pokémon. Its existence is often marked by internal conflict and a struggle to understand its purpose and identity, as it was born of science, not nature. Mewtwo's creation serves as a cautionary tale, a reflection on the ethical implications of tampering with life and the boundless power that resides within legendary Pokémon. It is a symbol of both scientific ambition and the potential for unintended consequences. The contrast between the naturally occurring ancient legends and the scientifically created Mewtwo highlights a recurring theme in the broader Pokémon world: the relationship between humanity and these powerful beings. From reverence to exploitation, from collaboration to conflict, the interactions with legendary Pokémon have continually shaped human civilization and understanding. The sheer diversity of their origins, some born of cosmic creation, others from elemental forces, some from spiritual rebirth, and even some from scientific endeavor, paints a complex and fascinating picture of how the world came to be and how it continues to evolve under their silent and sometimes not so silent watch. Each legendary Pokémon, in its own unique way, contributes to the grand narrative of the world, a narrative that continues to unfold with each passing age, each new discovery, and each gentle whisper of the wind. The world itself is a living testament to their powers, a vast breathing canvas painted with their ancient stories. The very landscape, the ebb and flow of tides, the silent dance of the stars above, all bear the faint imprint of these magnificent entities. Consider the trio of legendary beasts, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. Their story is one of tragedy, rebirth, and protection. These three Pokemon were not always legendary. Rather, they were once ordinary Pokemon who perished in a fire that consumed the brass tower in Ecruteak City. It was Ho-Oh, the rainbow Pokemon, itself a legendary deity, who, moved by the plight of the innocent lives lost, descended from the heavens and resurrected them, bestowing upon them immense power and their distinct elemental types. Raikou, the electric type, embodies the speed and fury of lightning, its roar said to shake the very ground. Entei, the fire type, is a creature of volcanic might, born from the magma of the earth, its fiery breath capable of incinerating anything in its path. Suicune, the water type, is the embodiment of pure spring water, capable of purifying polluted water and calming the wildest storms. Each of them, reborn and infused with Ho-Oh's grace, wanders the land, often appearing to those with pure hearts, acting as guardians and protectors of nature. Their constant movement across regions signifies their role as observers, ever vigilant, ensuring the balance of the natural world remains undisturbed. Their connection to Ho-Oh is a profound one, a testament to the power of life and renewal that the rainbow Pokemon represents. Ho-Oh, with its magnificent rainbow-colored wings, is said to appear before those who possess a pure heart, blessing them with eternal happiness. It is a symbol of hope and resurrection, perpetually soaring above the clouds, leaving a shimmering trail of color in its wake. Its feather, a rare and coveted item, is believed to grant wishes and bring good fortune. Together, Ho-Oh and the legendary beasts form a powerful narrative of destruction, resurrection, and the enduring spirit of life. Then we turn our attention to its counterpart, Lugia, the diving Pokemon. Lugia, a psychic and flying type, is a master of the seas, a majestic creature that dwells in the depths of the ocean, often in isolated caves, to avoid causing destruction with its immense power. Its wings, though rarely seen in flight, are said to create devastating storms, capable of calming or conjuring the most ferocious tempests with a single beat. While Ho-Oh watches over the land from above, Lugia silently governs the seas from below. Lugia is often associated with the three legendary birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. These three magnificent avian Pokemon represent the elemental forces of ice, lightning, and fire, respectively. Articuno, the freeze Pokemon, glides through icy mountain peaks, its wings chilling the very air as it passes. Zapdos, the electric Pokemon, soars through thunderclouds, its electrifying presence summoning powerful storms. Moltres, the flame Pokemon, dwells in volcanic regions, its fiery wings burning brightly, scorching the earth below. Legend has it that if these three birds were ever to clash, their combined elemental powers would unleash a catastrophic storm, threatening to engulf the entire world. It is Lugius who acts as the peacemaker, the balancer of these three forces, its calm presence and immense psychic abilities capable of quelling their destructive urges, preventing global catastrophe. Lugia's song, a haunting and beautiful melody, is said to possess immense power, capable of calming the most troubled spirits and bringing peace to the most tumultuous environments. These interactions highlight the delicate balance of nature and the crucial role that legendary Pokémon play in maintaining that equilibrium. The legendary birds, though powerful in their own right, represent volatile forces that require a higher authority, in this case, Lugia, to keep them in check. The world depends on these silent guardians, their unseen battles and interventions, preserving the fragile harmony of existence. Moving further into the tapestry of creation, we encounter the awe-inspiring trio of Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, the legendary Pokémon of Sinnoh, who govern the very fabric of reality, time, space, and antimatter. Dialga, the temporal Pokémon, is a steel and dragon type, possessing absolute control over time. Its roar is said to warp the flow of time itself, accelerating it, slowing it down, or even stopping it entirely. It is the keeper of the past, present, and future, its existence ensuring the continuous, linear progression of events. Legends say that time began to flow the moment Dialga was born. Palkia, the spatial Pokémon, is a water and dragon type, the master of space. It has the ability to distort space, expanding or shrinking it, and even creating alternate dimensions. Its very breath is said to stabilize the fabric of space, preventing it from unraveling. Palkia, alongside Dialga, emerged from the same primordial being, Arceus, and their consistent balance is what keeps the universe from collapsing into chaos. Giratina, the renegade Pokémon, a ghost and dragon type, is a more enigmatic figure. It embodies antimatter in the distortion world, a dimension that exists in opposition to the regular world, characterized by inverted physics and a lack of defined space and time. Giratina was banished to this realm by Arceus for its violent nature, and it remains there, quietly observing the linear world, occasionally appearing when the balance between time and space is disturbed. It is a powerful force, capable of pulling things into its dimension and manipulating anti-gravity. Its presence serves as a reminder of the unseen forces that underpin reality and the consequences of cosmic imbalance. These three Pokémon represent the fundamental dimensions of existence, their harmonious coexistence or potential conflict, directly impacting the stability of the entire universe. Their power is so immense that their very thoughts can alter reality, making them some of the most profound and influential legendary Pokémon known. And then, above all these, overseeing the grand design is Arceus, the Alpha Pokémon, a normal type and the unequivocal creator of the entire Pokémon universe. Arceus is said to have emerged from an egg in a place where there was nothing, and then proceeded to create Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, bestowing upon them the power to shape time, space, and antimatter. It is also believed to have created the entire Pokémon world, shaping the continents, oceans, and skies. Arceus possesses the ability to change its type based on the elemental plates it holds, reflecting its mastery over all fundamental forces. Its power is unparalleled, the very essence of creation residing within it. Arceus is often depicted with a golden ring around its midsection, a symbol of its divine authority and cosmic power. It is a benevolent yet immensely powerful deity, capable of both creation and destruction, though its primary role is that of a silent overseer, ensuring the continued evolution and harmony of the universe it brought into being. The story of Arceus provides the ultimate origin point, the cosmic genesis from which all other legends and life forms ultimately sprang. It is the beginning and, in a sense, the ultimate end of all things. This journey through the legendary Pokémon reveals a universe rich with intricate lore, where powerful beings not only inhabit the world, but actively shape it. From the playful curiosity of Mew to the cosmic authority of Arceus, each legend contributes to a grand, interconnected narrative. Their stories are not merely tales, but foundational pillars of existence, explaining the very nature of reality, the elements, life, and the delicate balance that holds it all together. They are the silent architects of the world, the living embodiments of its deepest mysteries, and the enduring guardians of its fragile harmony. Their presence, whether seen or unseen, continues to weave the fabric of reality, a continuous, unfolding story whispered through the ages. Beyond the grand cosmic architects, there exist other legendary Pokémon whose influence, while perhaps not spanning the entire universe, is profoundly felt across specific regions or aspects of the natural world. These are the guardians, the balancers, the bringers of life and destruction, each playing a crucial role in the intricate tapestry of the Pokémon world. Let us journey now to the Hoenn region, a land of vibrant biodiversity and ancient wonders, where a trio of legendary Pokémon command the very forces of land, sea, and sky. These are Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, known collectively as the Weather Trio. Groudon, a ground-type legendary, is the embodiment of the Earth itself. Its immense power is said to have expanded the continents, creating vast land masses and dispelling the waters that once covered the world. Legends speak of its fiery breath, capable of evaporating entire oceans, and its ability to summon intense drought, causing rivers to dry up and flora to wither. It slumbers deep within the Earth's core, its awakening heralded by seismic activity and rising temperatures. When Groudon stirs, the very ground trembles, and the air grows heavy with a dry heat, a testament to its raw geological power. Its design reflects its earthly dominion, a massive, red, reptilian creature with powerful limbs and glowing patterns that pulse with internal energy. It is a force of creation, pushing back the endless seas to provide habitable land for life to flourish, yet also a force of destruction, capable of rendering landscapes barren in its wrath. Opposite to Groudon, in both temperament and elemental affinity, is Kyogre, a water-type legendary that reigns supreme over the oceans. Kyogre is credited with expanding the seas, bringing forth life-giving rains, and shaping the vast aquatic biomes that cover much of the Pokémon world. Its colossal form, resembling an orca, but with an otherworldly glow, carves through the deepest trenches, its movements stirring the very currents of the ocean. When Kyogre awakens, torrential downpours deluge the land, and tsunamis rise to engulf coastal areas, showcasing its absolute command over water. Its cries are said to resonate through the abyssal depths, capable of calming or agitating the fiercest storms. Legend has it that Kyogre's eternal slumber is within the deepest parts of the sea, its awakening marked by relentless rainfall and rising sea levels. It is a bringer of life, nourishing the planet with water, but also a potential harbinger of floods and devastating storms, reclaiming the land for the sea. The ancient legends of Hoenn tell of a time when Groudon and Kyogre engaged in a cataclysmic battle, each striving to expand their domain, the land against the sea. Their clashing powers threatened to tear the world apart, creating devastating natural disasters that reshaped the planet's surface. It was during this age of chaos that Rayquaza, a dragon and flying type legendary, descended from the ozone layer, its majestic form streaking across the sky like a celestial serpent. Rayquaza is the guardian of the skies, a neutral force that mediates between Groudon and Kyogre. It does not possess the same inherent drive to expand its territory as the other two. Rather, its role is to maintain the delicate balance between land and sea. Rayquaza resides in the ozone layer, far above the clouds, absorbing meteoroids as its primary sustenance. Its immense power allows it to control the weather and calm the fury of the other two titans. When Groudon and Kyogre's conflict escalates, Rayquaza descends, its powerful roar echoing across the land and sea, bringing their destructive rampage to a halt. Its sleek, emerald green body, adorned with glowing yellow patterns, is a breathtaking sight as it soars through the atmosphere, a beacon of peace and ultimate power. Rayquaza is a symbol of cosmic balance, a serene and powerful protector that ensures the world is not consumed by the endless struggle of elemental forces. Its existence highlights the interconnectedness of all natural phenomena and the necessity of maintaining harmony within the ecosystem. The Hoenn region's varied geography, with its diverse landscapes of deserts, mountains, and oceans, is a testament to the ancient battles and subsequent pacification by these three powerful beings. Moving further east, to the Sinnoh region, we encounter another significant trio of legendary Pokémon, though their influence is more on the spiritual and emotional aspects of existence. These are Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf, collectively known as the Lake Guardians. They are psychic type Pokémon, each representing a crucial aspect of the human mind: knowledge, emotion, and willpower. Yuxi, the being of knowledge, is said to have granted humanity intelligence, allowing them to solve problems and understand the world around them. It is a small, ethereal creature with a blue-gray body and yellow gems on its head. Legends state that if one looks into Uxi's eyes, their memories will be erased, a testament to the profound nature of the knowledge it embodies. Uxie retreats to the depths of Lake Acuity, guarding the secrets of intellect and wisdom. Its presence encourages deep thought and understanding, reminding us of the power of the mind. Mesprit, the being of emotion, is responsible for bestowing feelings upon humanity, allowing them to experience joy, sorrow, anger, and love. Its pink, elf-like form drifts through the air, its movements graceful and poignant. It is said that touching Mesprit can drain one's emotions, leaving them feeling hollow. Mesprit is known to roam freely, often appearing in the vicinity of Lake Verity, its presence evoking a sense of empathy and connection. It teaches us about the richness of the human experience, the spectrum of feelings that define our interactions and memories. Azelf, the being of willpower, gave humanity the strength of will to face challenges and overcome adversity. It is a blue, imp-like Pokémon, its eyes gleaming with determination. The legends state that if one touches Azelf, their will to do anything will be lost for a long time. Azelf makes its home in the depths of Lake Valor, inspiring courage and perseverance in those who seek its wisdom. It reminds us that inner strength and resilience are vital for navigating life's difficulties. Together, Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf ensure the mental and emotional well-being of the world. They are the silent guardians of consciousness, their existence vital for the development of sentient life. Their interactions with humans are often subtle, influencing thoughts and feelings rather than directly altering the physical world. The lakes they inhabit are considered sacred, places of profound calm and introspection where one might connect with the deeper aspects of their own being. Continuing our exploration of Sinnoh, we cannot overlook the enigmatic Darkrai and the benevolent Cresselia. Darkrai, a dark-type legendary, is known as the pitch-black Pokémon. It is often depicted as a shadowy, ghost-like figure with a wispy red collar. Darkrai has the unique ability to induce terrifying nightmares in those around it, a power that has often led to it being misunderstood and feared. However, Darkrai does not intentionally cause harm. Its nightmares are merely a defense mechanism, a way to protect itself from perceived threats. It often isolates itself on New Moon Island, away from human settlements, to prevent accidental distress. Darkrai's existence highlights the darker, more unsettling aspects of the subconscious mind and the often unintended consequences of powerful abilities. In stark contrast to Darkrai is Cresselia, a psychic-type legendary known as the Lunar Pokémon. Cresselia exudes an aura of serenity and grace, its crescent moon-like form radiating a soft, ethereal glow. It is said to be the embodiment of the crescent moon, and its shimmering feathers, known as lunar wings, have the power to dispel nightmares, offering solace and peaceful sleep. Cresselia often appears to those plagued by Darkrai's nightmares, bringing comfort and relief. It flies across the night sky, leaving trails of stardust, a symbol of hope and tranquility. Cresselia resides on Full Moon Island, a place of peace and healing. Together, Darkrai and Cresselia represent the duality of dreams and nightmares, the light and shadow of the subconscious, and the constant interplay between fear and comfort within the human psyche. Then we journey to the Unova region, where the forces of truth and ideals manifest as the legendary dragons Reshiram and Zekrom. These two powerful dragon and fire type, Reshiram, and dragon and electric type, Zekrom Pokemon, were once a single, mighty dragon that helped a pair of twin heroes establish the Unova region. However, the brothers, representing conflicting ideal in truth and ideals, began to dispute. One sought a world based on truth, while the other envisioned a society built on ideals. Their disagreement caused the single dragon to split into Reshiram, embodying truth with its white fiery form, and Zekrom embodying ideals with its black electric form. Reshiram, with its majestic white plume-like tail that combusts to unleash torrents of flame, represents truth. It seeks genuine facts and an accurate understanding of the world. Its presence brings warmth and light, burning away deception and falsehoods. When it flies, its tail glows like a torch, illuminating the path to truth. Zekrom, on the other hand, with its powerful black body and turban-like tail that generates immense electrical power, represents ideals. It strives for a better world, for what should be, rather than just what is. Its thunderous roars and lightning strikes symbolize the conviction and force required to chase one's aspirations. Their eternal conflict, though often dormant, remains a fundamental dynamic within the Unova region. When awakened, they can cause immense destruction, but also inspire profound change. The legends speak of a third dragon, Kyurem, a dragon and ice type known as the Boundary Pokémon. It is said to be the empty shell of the original dragon, left behind after Reshiram and Zekrom split. Kyurem is a fearsome and solitary creature, residing in the giant chasm, a desolate wasteland of ice and rock. It yearns for the parts it lost, capable of merging with either Reshiram or Zekrom to regain its full power, forming either Black Kyurem or White Kyurem respectively. This trio embodies the complex relationship between truth and ideals and the potential for both integration and separation, reflecting the multifaceted nature of human philosophy and ambition. These are but a few of the many legendary Pokémon that populate the vast and ancient world. Each one, from the smallest and most ethereal to the largest and most destructive, contributes to the grand narrative, weaving together a rich tapestry of mythology, natural phenomena, and the very essence of existence. Their stories are not just fantastical tales, but profound reflections on the forces that shape our world, the nature of life, and the delicate balance that holds everything together. They are the silent architects of the world, the living embodiments of its deepest mysteries, and the enduring guardians of its fragile harmony. Their presence, whether seen or unseen, continues to weave the fabric of reality, a continuous, unfolding story whispered through the ages. And as you drift deeper into slumber, perhaps you can feel the faint reverberations of their power, a gentle hum across the ancient land, a lullaby from the very gods of the Pokemon world, a lullaby from the very gods of the Pokemon world. Beyond the philosophical dragons of Unova, our journey through the annals of legendary lore takes us to the Kalos region, a land steeped in history and elegance, where three legendary Pokemon embody life, death, and the delicate balance between them. Xerneas, the life Pokemon, a majestic fairy type, glows with a vibrant ethereal light. Its antlers, resembling ancient trees, radiate life energy, capable of sharing eternal life with those it deems worthy. Legends say that when Xerneas reaches the end of its 1,000-year lifespan, it releases all its life energy into the roots of the earth, transforming into a tree before eventually being reborn. Its presence brings vitality and growth, causing lush forests to flourish and barren lands to bloom. It is a symbol of nature's endless cycle of renewal and the enduring power of life itself. In stark contrast stands Yveltal, the destruction Pokemon, a formidable dark and flying type, whose immense wings and tails spread like dark clouds across the sky. Yveltal absorbs the life energy of other living creatures. When its own lifespan approaches its end, it gathers all the life energy it has absorbed and encapsulates itself in a cocoon, much like a chrysalis, before entering a deep slumber. Its touch can drain the vibrancy from the world, leaving behind desolate landscapes. While Xerneas gives life, Yveltal takes it, embodying the unavoidable end that comes to all things. Yet even in its destructive nature, Yveltal plays a crucial role, ensuring that life does not become stagnant, making way for new beginnings and the necessary culling of the old. It is a terrifying yet essential component of the natural order, a force that reminds us of the fleeting nature of existence. And between these two colossal forces, there is Zygarde, the order Pokemon, a dragon and ground type that acts as an overseer, maintaining the ecological balance of the Kalos region. Zygarde is a unique legendary, not a single entity, but rather a collective consciousness composed of countless smaller cells and cores that can assemble into various forms. Its 10% form, a sleeker, dog-like creature, is swift and agile, often seen patrolling for environmental threats. The 50% form, its most commonly recognized serpentine shape, possesses immense power, capable of unleashing devastating attacks to neutralize any disruption to the ecosystem. But its true power is unleashed in its complete form, a towering humanoid colossus when all its cells gather together. In this form, it is said to possess power even greater than Xerneas and Yveltal combined, capable of defending the world from any cataclysm. Zegarde intervenes when the balance between life and death is threatened, preventing either Xerneas or Yveltal from dominating the world. It is a silent protector, a living embodiment of the earth itself, constantly monitoring and adjusting, ensuring the delicate equilibrium of nature is perpetually maintained. The existence of these three legends underscores the profound understanding within the Pokémon world that life and death are not opposing forces, but interconnected parts of a grand cosmic dance, with an ever present force ensuring harmony. Moving eastward, we arrive at the Alola region, a tropical paradise where the legendary Pokémon are deeply intertwined with the very fabric of the islands and the concept of an alternate dimension. The guardian deities of Alola, known as the Tapu, are a quartet of fairy-type Pokémon, each watching over a specific island. Tapu Koko, the guardian of Melamale Island, is an electric and fairy type, known for its fierce curiosity and sometimes capricious nature. It is swift as lightning, protecting its island with electrifying speed and power, yet it also has a playful side, challenging trainers to test their skills. Tapu Lele, the guardian of Akala Island, is a psychic and fairy type who sprinkles scales that glow with a mysterious light. The scales can heal, but also cause great harm if too many are touched, reflecting its ambivalent nature. It is a being of immense psychic power, yet its motivations remain enigmatic. Tapu Bulu, the guardian of Ula Ula Island, is a grass and fairy type, a formidable force of nature with a calm and somewhat sluggish demeanor. It prefers to avoid unnecessary battles, yet when provoked, it unleashes devastating attacks, capable of tearing down entire forests. Its strength is immense, capable of manipulating vegetation to grow rapidly or wither away. Finally, Tapu Fini, the guardian of Pony Island, is a water and fairy type, renowned for its purifying mist and elusive nature. It is said to dwell in the ruins of the Sea Folk village, offering blessings to those who prove themselves worthy. Its mist can cleanse both body and spirit, and it is fiercely protective of its sacred waters. Together, the Tapu ensure the well-being of Alola, safeguarding its natural wonders and balancing the spiritual energy of the islands. They are often seen as benevolent, but their power is absolute, and their judgments are swift. Beyond the Guardians, Alola is also home to the cosmic duo, Solgaleo and Lunala, who are deeply connected to the sun and moon and the concept of ultra wormholes. Solgaleo, the Sune Pokemon, is a psychic and steel type, revered as an emissary of the sun. It radiates a brilliant white light and is said to travel between dimensions. Its body glows with intense energy during its radiant phase, and it possesses the ability to create ultra wormholes, linking the Alola region to other worlds. It is a regal and powerful beast, symbolizing the life-giving warmth of the sun and the vastness of the cosmos. Lunala, the Mune Pokemon, is a psychic and ghost type, revered as an emissary of the moon. Its crescent-shaped wings absorb light, and it is said to have come from another world, much like Solgaleo. It too can open ultra wormholes, its ghostly form moving with an elegant, otherworldly grace. Lunala represents the mysterious allure of the night sky, in the hidden depths of consciousness. These two legendary Pokémon are both evolutionary forms of Cosmog, a small ethereal nebula Pokémon. Cosmog, through its evolution into Cosmoem, eventually becomes either Solgaleo or Lunala, depending on the game played. This unique evolutionary line highlights their shared celestial origin and their role as cosmic travelers, bridging dimensions. Their presence in Alola marks a significant point in legendary lore, introducing the concept of Ultra Beasts, powerful and often bizarre creatures from other dimensions that occasionally cross over through the Ultra wormholes. Necrozma, a psychic type legendary, is intrinsically linked to Solgaleo and Lunala. Known as the Prism Pokemon, it is a mysterious and powerful entity from another dimension that absorbs light. It is said to be in constant pain due to its damaged body, and its quest for light often leads it to steal the light from others, even from Solgaleo and Lunala themselves. Necrozma confused with either Solgaleo or Lunala, transforming into Duskmane Necrozma or Dawnwing's Necrozma, respectively, absorbing their light and power. Its ultimate form, Ultra Necrozma, is unleashed when it absorbs enough light to regain its full power, becoming a blazing dragon of pure light, a force capable of unleashing devastating cosmic energy. Necrozma's story is a poignant one, a testament to the idea that even legendary beings can suffer and seek solace, even if through destructive means. The introduction of Ultra Beasts in Alola expanded the definition of legendary to include powerful, dimension-traveling entities that, while not always unique in the same way as traditional legendaries, possess immense power and play a significant role in the balance between worlds. These include creatures like Nihilego, a parasitic rock and poison type, or Kartana, a grass and steel type known for its razor-sharp body. While not legendary in the traditional sense of being a singular, world-shaping deity, their impact on the Alola region and the concept of interdimensional travel is profound, adding another layer of complexity to the Pokémon universe. Crossing the sea once more, we reach the Galar region, a land inspired by the United Kingdom, where legendary Pokémon are deeply intertwined with the ancient history and cultural identity of the land. The legendary heroes of Galar are Zacian and Zamazenta, two noble canine Pokémon who saved the region from a catastrophic event known as the Darkest Day. Zacian, the warrior Pokémon, is a fairy and steel type, wielding a magnificent sword in its mouth. It is swift and graceful, its movements like a dance, capable of cutting through anything with its blade. It embodies courage and honor, a protector of the realm. Zamazenta, the warrior Pokémon, is a fighting and steel type, adorned with a powerful shield-like mane. It is a formidable defender, its body hardened like steel, capable of repelling any attack. It represents resilience and unwavering loyalty, a steadfast guardian. These two legendary Pokémon, initially appearing as stray dogs, revealed their true forms during the second Darkest Day, emerging from the slumbering Weald to once again protect Galar from the rampaging Dynamax Pokémon. They are both capable of entering their crowned sword and crowned shield forms, respectively, amplifying their power and grandeur. Their story is one of forgotten heroes whose deeds were misremembered and distorted over time, only to resurface when the world needed them most. They symbolize the enduring spirit of heroism and the cyclical nature of conflict and peace. The Galar region also introduced Eternatus, the gigantic Pokémon, a formidable poison and dragon type, responsible for the initial darkest day. Eternatus is an alien Pokémon that fell to Earth inside a meteorite thousands of years ago. Its presence causes the phenomenon known as Dynamax and Gigantamax, amplifying the size and power of other Pokémon. When it absorbs energy, it transforms into its Eternamax form, becoming a monstrous, multi-limbed creature that threatens to tear apart the very fabric of reality. It is a destructive force of immense power, capable of draining all life energy from the region. The legends say that Zacian and Zamazenta fought Eternatus and sealed it away, preventing the world from being consumed by its energy. Its existence highlights the constant threat of cosmic forces and the need for powerful legendary guardians to keep such dangers in check. Beyond these primary legendaries, the Galar region also features the Galarian legendary birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, reimagined with unique Galar forms and types. Galarian Articuno is a psychic and flying type, a cold and calculating Pokémon whose psychic powers can freeze opponents in place. Galarian Zapdos is a fighting and flying type, a hot-blooded and aggressive bird that delivers powerful kicks with its muscular legs. Galarian Moltres is a dark and flying type, a malevolent Pokémon whose fiery aura burns with dark energy, sapping the spirit of those around it. These regional variants breathe new life into classic legends, demonstrating how environments and cultural interpretations can shape even the most ancient of beings. The Crown Tundra, a snowy expansion to the Galar region, unveiled even more legendary Pokémon, including Spectrier and Glastrier, the two steed Pokémon. Spectrier, a ghost type, is a swift and ethereal creature capable of phasing through obstacles, its movements silent and ghostly. Glastrier, an ice type, is a powerful and stoic horse, its hooves capable of shattering ice and rock. Both are incredibly strong, but also fiercely independent. They are often seen in conjunction with Calyrex, the king Pokémon, a psychic and grass type, who was once revered as a benevolent ruler of the Crown Tundra. Calyrex, a small but powerful legendary, once held dominion over the land, bringing fertility and prosperity. However, over time, its power waned and its influence diminished. Calyrex seeks to regain its former glory by fusing with either Spectrier or Glastrier, becoming Ice Rider Calyrex with Glastrier or Shadow Rider Calyrex with Spectrier. These fusions restore Calyrex's immense power, allowing it to once again rule wisely and justly. This trio embodies the concept of a legendary king needing its loyal steed to fully manifest its power and influence. The Crown Tundra also introduced the Regieleki and Regidrago, new additions to the legendary Regi trio, joining Regirock, Regix, and Registeel. Regieleki is an electric type, said to be the fastest electric type Pokémon in existence, capable of generating immense electrical power. Regidrago is a dragon type, its body composed of solidified dragon energy, giving it immense raw power. These new Regis are found in the Split Decision ruins, and their presence further enriches the lore of the ancient Regigolems, each representing a fundamental element. As we gently transition towards the Hisui region, a land that is the ancient past of Sinnoh, we encounter a different facet of legendary lore, one deeply rooted in time and the very creation of the world. Arceus, the alpha Pokémon, a normal type, is revered as the creator of the entire Pokémon universe. Its legends span across many regions, but its presence is particularly significant in Hisui, where it is believed to have shaped the very land and life within it. Arceus is said to have hatched from an egg in a vortex of nothingness before creating the Sinnoh region, and subsequently the entire Pokémon world using its 1,000 arms. It is said to have created Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, the legendary trio that governs time, space, and antimatter. Arceus possesses the unique ability to change its type depending on the elemental plate it holds, allowing it to master any type. Its power is unparalleled, and its existence underpins the entire mythology of the Pokémon world as its prime creator. Dialga, the temporal Pokémon, a steel and dragon type, controls the flow of time. Legends say that time began to flow when Dialga was born. It can warp time, slow it down, speed it up, or even travel through it, connecting all pasts, presents, and futures. Palkia, the spatial Pokemon, a water and dragon type, controls space. It is said that space was stabilized when Palkia was born. It can distort space, create new dimensions, and travel through different realities, connecting all distances. These two deities, Dialga and Palkia, are often depicted in conflict, their clashes capable of tearing apart the fabric of reality. And then there is Giratina, the renegade Pokemon, a ghost and dragon type. Giratina was banished to the distortion world, a dimension opposite to the real world, for its destructive nature. It is a creature of antimatter, existing in a realm where the laws of physics are reversed. Giratina oversees this strange dimension, a shadow to the world of Dialga and Palkia, maintaining a necessary balance between matter and antimatter. Its presence is often associated with disruption, yet it also plays a crucial role in maintaining the cosmic order. Alongside these cosmic titans, the Hisui region also features the Lake Guardians, Uxie, the knowledge Pokemon, Psychic, Mesprit, the emotion Pokemon, Psychic, and Azelf, the willpower Pokemon, Psychic. These three small, ethereal Pokemon are said to have been created by Arceus to bestow knowledge, emotion, and willpower upon humanity. Uxie grants knowledge, Mesprit gives emotions, and Azelf provides willpower. They reside in the three lakes of Hisui, Lake Acuity, Lake Verity, and Lake Valor, respectively, and are crucial to the region's spiritual well-being, their presence fostering the very essence of human consciousness. The Hisui region also brings forth the forces of nature, Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus, reimagined with their Therian forms. These legendary flying-type Pokemon, with their primary types of flying, electric flying, and ground flying respectively, represent the destructive and nurturing aspects of nature. Tornadus is a pure flying type, creating fierce storms and winds. Thundurus, an electric and flying type, unleashes powerful lightning strikes and thunder. Landorus, a ground and flying type, brings fertility to the land, ensuring bountiful harvests. These three are often seen as a trio, with Landorus acting as a mediator between the often conflicting Tornadus and Thundurus. In Hisui, their lore deepens, revealing their connection to the region's ancient past and their influence on its weather patterns and agricultural cycles. Enamorus, a new addition to the forces of nature, a fairy and flying type, represents the spring and rebirth, bringing warmth and life to the land. She is a benevolent force, an embodiment of love and fertility, completing the quartet and adding a new dimension to their powers. These ancient legends of Hisui, from the creation of the world by Arceus to the very essence of human consciousness instilled by the Lake Guardians, paint a picture of a world still in its nascent stages, where the power of legendary Pokémon was raw and undeniable, directly shaping the land and its inhabitants. Their stories are not just tales of immense power, but also profound reflections on the origins of life, the universe, and the fundamental forces that govern existence. And as the echoes of their ancient roars and ethereal whispers fade into the gentle stillness, we are reminded that the Pokemon world is a living tapestry, continuously woven by the hands of these magnificent mythical beings. Their presence, whether observed in the distant past or the bustling present, is a constant soothing hum beneath the surface of reality, a silent promise of wonder and mystery eternally unfolding, a soft lullaby to guide you further into the embracing depths of quiet rest, a soft lullaby to guide you further into the embracing depths of quiet rest. As the mists of Hisui begin to dissipate and the ancient world slowly transforms into what we recognize as modern Sinnoh, the stories of the legendary Pokemon continue to evolve, reflecting the changing landscape and the growing understanding of humanity. While the creation myths remain foundational, new legends emerge, intertwining with the old and adding layers of complexity to the cosmic dance of these powerful beings. The Sinnoh region itself, home to the creation trio, holds another trio deeply connected to its very geological structure: the legendary giants, Regigigas, Regirock, Regits, and Registeel. These colossal golems, though not directly involved in the creation of the universe, are said to have played a crucial role in shaping the continents and land masses as we know them. Regigigas, the colossal Pokemon, a pure normal type, is believed to have single-handedly pulled the continents into place, a testament to its immense physical strength. Its raw, unyielding power is so profound that it often moves at a slow, deliberate pace, a characteristic that belies its true capabilities. Regigigas is said to be slumbering deep within the Snow Point Temple, awaiting the awakening of its three offspring, Regirock, Regis, and Registeel, before it can fully exert its ancient power once more. Regirock, the Rock Peak Pokemon, is, as its name suggests, a pure rock type. It is a creature of immense geological stability, formed from countless boulders and rocks, its body almost indistinguishable from the very mountains it inhabits. Regis, the iceberg Pokemon, is a pure ice type, its body composed of ancient, super cold ice that even fire cannot melt. It is said to have been born from glacial formations, its chilling presence a testament to the frigid depths of the world. Registeel, the iron armor Pokemon, is a pure steel type, its body forged from a mysterious, incredibly durable metal found deep within the earth. Its hollow form is both lightweight and resilient, a marvel of ancient engineering. These three golems are often found in ruins and ancient temples, serving as guardians, or perhaps as dormant remnants of a bygone era, their secrets locked away, awaiting a worthy challenger to awaken them. Their existence speaks to a time when the world was still being molded, a time of immense geological upheaval and the shaping of the very ground beneath our feet. Beyond the terrestrial, the vastness of space continues to hold its own mysteries, and within these cosmic depths reside two legendary Pokémon whose power transcends even the most fundamental forces of nature, Dialga and Palkia. While Arceus is the progenitor, Dialga, the temporal Pokémon, a dragon and steel type, is the master of time itself. Its roar can warp the flow of time, accelerating or decelerating its passage at will. It is said that time began to move with Dialga's birth, its very heart beating in rhythm with the universe's chronometer. Palkia, the spatial Pokémon, a dragon and water type, is the master of space. Its breath can tear holes at the fabric of reality, allowing it to traverse vast distances instantaneously and manipulate the very dimensions of the cosmos. Space is said to have expanded with Palkia's birth, its very presence defining the boundaries of existence. Those two, often in conflict, represent the fundamental pillars of our perceived reality, time and space. Their balance is crucial, and any disruption to their harmony can have catastrophic consequences for the entire Pokemon world, potentially unraveling the very fabric of existence. And entwined with these cosmic powers, often seen as their mediator or perhaps their shadowy counterpoint, is Giratina, the renegade Pokemon, a dragon and ghost type. Giratina dwells in the distortion world, a reverse side of reality, a dimension where the laws of physics are defied and time and space are warped. It was banished to this realm by Arceus for its destructive nature, a testament to its immense, untamed power. Giratina embodies antimatter and the forces of chaos, a necessary balance to the order represented by Dialga and Palkia. Its presence is often felt as a ripple in reality, a chilling reminder of the unseen forces that constantly influence our world. The distortion world is a mirror image, a dark reflection where Giratina quietly observes, its intentions often inscrutable, its power immense and ever-present. These three, the creation trio, represent the ultimate cosmic powers, their actions shaping not just a region, but the very universe itself. Their existence a constant reminder of the incredible forces at play beyond our immediate comprehension. As we move beyond the foundational legends of Sinnoh, the narrative continues to unfold, revealing new layers of legendary power and purpose. The Unova region, with its vast urban landscapes and ancient historical sites, introduces a new set of legendary Pokemon, deeply intertwined with the region's cultural heritage and moral fabric. The Tao Trio, Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem, embody the fundamental ideals of truth, ideals, and the void between them. Reshiram, the vast white Pokemon, a dragon and fire type, represents truth and warmth, its fiery breath capable of incinerating anything that stands in its way. It is said to have been born from a single dragon Pokemon that split into two, embodying the desire for truth and a brighter future. Zekrom, the deep black Pokemon, a dragon and electric type, represents ideals and strength. Its powerful electric charge is capable of devastating anything in its path. It too was born from the ancient dragon, embodying the pursuit of ideals and a more powerful existence. These two, Reshiram and Zekrom, once served ancient heroes who sought to establish their respective philosophies, leading to a devastating war that reshaped the Unova region. Their rivalry and the philosophies they represent have left an indelible mark on the region's history, a constant reminder of the eternal struggle between differing perspectives. Kyurem, the boundary Pokemon, a dragon and ice type, represents the absence, the void left by the splitting of the original dragon. It is said to be the empty shell, the remnants of the powerful original, constantly seeking to regain its lost power by absorbing either Reshiram or Zekrom, leading to its powerful forms, Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. Kyurem's existence highlights the consequences of division and the potential for a return to wholeness, a poignant reflection on the themes of unity and separation. Its chilling presence and unending hunger for power make it a formidable force, a testament to the raw, untamed energy that still lingers from the ancient dragon. The Tao Trio, therefore, represents not just elemental forces, but profound philosophical concepts, embodying the very essence of human ambition, conflict, and the yearning for completeness. In the midst of these powerful philosophical conflicts, the Unova region also introduces the swords of justice, Cobalion, Terrakion, Virishan, and Keldeo. These four noble Pokémon are dedicated to protecting other Pokémon from human interference, embodying the ideals of justice and unwavering resolve. Cobalion, the Iron Will Pokémon, a steel and fighting type, is the leader of the group, known for its calm demeanor and strategic mind. It possesses an unwavering will and a strong sense of justice, leading its comrades with honor. Terrakion, the Cavern Pokémon, a rock and fighting type, is known for its immense physical strength and its ability to tear through mountains. It is a powerful force, unwavering in its commitment to protecting others. Virishan, the Grassland Pokémon, a grass and fighting type, is known for its incredible speed and its graceful movements. It moves with the swiftness of the wind, striking down injustice with precision. Keldeo, the Colt Pokémon, a water and fighting type, is the youngest of the group. An apprentice is still learning the ways of justice. It possesses a burning desire to become stronger and to stand alongside its mentors, its courage shining brightly. These four Pokémon are said to have once protected Pokémon from a devastating fire caused by humans, their heroic actions forever etched into the region's lore. They represent the noble pursuit of justice and the protection of the innocent, a comforting reminder that even in a world of immense power and conflict, there are those who stand for what is right. As we journey further west, the Kalos region, a land inspired by the beauty and elegance of France, reveals legends steeped in a devastating ancient war and the profound power of life and death. The Oratrio, Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde embody these fundamental concepts with breathtaking grandeur. Xerneas, the life Pokémon, a fairy type, possesses the power to share eternal life. Its majestic antlers, when glowing with a rainbow hue, are said to bestow life energy upon all living things, bringing vitality and growth to the world. It is a benevolent force, a symbol of rejuvenation and the endless cycle of existence. Yveltal, the destruction Pokémon, a dark and flying type, possesses the power to absorb life force. Its dark wings, when spread wide, are said to drain the energy from all living things, leaving behind desolation and decay. It is a powerful, albeit often misunderstood, force of destruction, a necessary counterpart to Xerneas, ensuring the balance of life and death. Thus too, Xerneas and Yveltal are said to have appeared during an ancient war in Kalos, their immense powers shaping the outcome and leaving a lasting impact on the region. When their energy is depleted, they transform into a tree and a cocoon respectively, entering a 1,000-year slumber to restore their vitality, a powerful reminder of the cyclical nature of life and energy. Zygarde, the Order Pokémon, a dragon and ground type, acts as a guardian of the ecosystem, maintaining balance when Xerneas and Yveltal are in conflict or when the ecosystem is otherwise threatened. Zygarde is unique in its composition, existing in various forms, from small Zygarde cells and cores to its 10% form, 50% form, and its awe-inspiring complete form. its strength scales with the number of cells it gathers, allowing it to adapt to any threat. Zygarda's existence highlights the intricate balance of nature and the constant monitoring required to maintain ecological harmony. It is a silent protector, its presence often unseen, but its influence ever present, ensuring that the delicate equilibrium of the world is preserved. The Aura Trio, therefore, represents the fundamental forces of life, death, and the delicate balance that exists between them, a profound commentary on the natural cycles that govern all existence. And as the winds of Kalos whisper tales of ancient wars and ecological balance, the Hoenn region, with its sprawling oceans and volcanic landscapes, presents its own legendary saga, one deeply rooted in the struggle between land and sea and the primordial forces that shaped the very geography of the world. The weather trio, Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza, embody these titanic forces. Groudon, the continent Pokémon, a ground type, is said to have expanded the land masses and created continents through its immense power. Its primal reversion, a return to its ancient, more powerful form, Primal Groudon, ground and fire type, unleashes scorching heat and light that can evaporate entire bodies of water, further expanding the land. It slumbers deep within volcanic caverns, its immense power simmering beneath the Earth's surface. Kyogre, the sea basin Pokémon, a water type, is said to have expanded the oceans and created the seas through its immense power. Its primal reversion, Primal Kyogre, water type, unleashes torrential downpours and raging tides that can engulf entire land masses, further expanding the sea. It slumbers deep within the ocean depths, its vast power stirring the currents. These two, Groudon and Kyogre, were locked in an ancient cataclysmic battle, constantly vying for dominance, their clashing powers threatening to tear the world apart. Their conflict shaped the very features of the Hoenn region, creating its diverse landscapes of land and sea. Rayquaza, the sky-high Pokémon, a dragon and flying type, is the mediator between Groudon and Kyogre, dwelling high above in the ozone layer. It is said to have descended from the heavens to quell their ancient conflict, bringing peace and balance to the world. Rayquaza's Mega Evolution, a temporary burst of incredible power, allows it to unleash its full might, a spectacle of celestial power. Rayquaza is a symbol of cosmic balance, its presence a constant reminder of the delicate equilibrium that governs the forces of nature. The weather trio, therefore, embodies the primordial struggle between land and sea and the celestial power that maintains harmony. Their story is a testament to the raw, creative, and destructive forces that shaped our world, a powerful narrative of balance and the constant interplay of opposing elements. And as the echoes of their ancient roars and ethereal whispers fade into the gentle stillness, we are reminded that the Pokémon world is a living tapestry, continuously woven by the hands of these magnificent, mythical beings. Their presence, whether observed in the distant past or the bustling present, is a constant, soothing hum beneath the surface of reality, a silent promise of wonder and mystery eternally unfolding, a soft lullaby to guide you further into the embracing depths of quiet rest, allowing your mind to drift peacefully through the history of these incredible entities, their power and purpose gently guiding you into a deep and serene slumber. Perhaps you find yourself wondering about the origins of life itself, or the very fabric of time and space. For these grand concepts, we turn our attention to the Sinnoh region, a land steeped in ancient lore and home to a trio of legendary Pokémon whose influence extends beyond mere geography, touching upon the fundamental laws of existence. This is the story of the Creation Trio, a saga that delves into the very genesis of the Pokemon world. At the heart of this cosmic narrative stands Arceus, the alpha Pokemon, a normal type deity said to have emerged from an egg in a place where there was nothing. From this singular primordial being, all else flowed. Arceus is often depicted with a golden equine like body, adorned with a large cross like wheel on its abdomen, symbolic of its central role in creation. Its plates held items that can change its type to match the plate it holds, are not merely accessories, but are said to represent the very essence of the elements it commanded during its act of creation. It is believed that Arceus crafted Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, bestowing upon them dominion over time, space, and antimatter, respectively. Its power is so immense that it is said to have the ability to recreate the world, or even entire universes, should it choose to do so. The legends whisper of a time when Arceus saved the world from a catastrophic meteor shower, an act of benevolence that reminds us of its protective nature, despite its overwhelming power. It is a silent, watchful creator, its presence a cosmic hum that underscores the very existence of everything. Dialga, the temporal Pokemon, a steel and dragon type, is the master of time. Its very breath is said to create the flow of time itself, causing it to move forward. Without Dialga, time would cease to exist, or perhaps unravel completely. Its roar echoes through the eons, a sound that can propel one through the past, present, and future. Legends tell of Dialga's ability to manipulate time, to speed it up, slow it down, or even stop it altogether, though such immense power is rarely wielded, for fear of disrupting the delicate balance of causality. It is a majestic creature with a blue, dinosaur-like body adorned with diamond-like ornaments, symbolic of its connection to eternity. Its dwelling is often depicted as the very fabric of time itself, a swirling vortex of moments and memories. Palkia, the spatial Pokemon, a water and dragon type, is the master of space. Its very movements are said to stabilize space, preventing it from collapsing or expanding uncontrollably. Without Palkia, the boundless expanse of the universe might simply cease to hold its form. Its presence warps the very dimensions around it, allowing it to travel through vast distances in an instant, or to fold space itself to create new realities. Palkia is a striking Pokemon with a predominantly pinkish-white body and large, wing-like plates on its back, adorned with pearl-like spheres representing its dominion over space. Its dwelling is said to be within the spatial dimension, a realm beyond the comprehension of ordinary beings, where distances are meaningless and perception is fluid. Completing this trio, yet often seen as an antagonist due to its nature, is Giratina, the renegade Pokemon, a ghost and dragon type. Giratina was banished to the Distortion World, a realm devoid of time and space for its violent nature. This dimension is a mirror of our own, yet fundamentally different, defying the laws of physics as we understand them. Giratina is a dark, serpentine Pokemon with golden rings and 6 ghostly wings, its appearance both awe-inspiring and slightly terrifying. It is said to have the power to control antimatter, a force that could unravel reality if unleashed without caution. Though banished, Giratina is not entirely cut off from the main world. It can observe events and, at times, even intervene, especially when the balance of time and space is threatened. Its presence, though often unseen, is a constant reminder of the unseen forces that govern existence, the shadow that gives definition to the light. The interactions of the creation trio are often tumultuous. Should Dialga and Palkia clash, the very fabric of the universe trembles, time and space tearing apart, threatening to reduce all to primordial chaos. It is in such moments of cosmic instability that Giratina often makes its presence known, perhaps not out of malice, but to restore the equilibrium that its banishment was meant to preserve. These three, under the watchful, silent gaze of Arceus, represent the ultimate forces of the cosmos, the very pillars upon which the Pokémon world is built. Their stories are not merely tales, they are fundamental truths woven into the fabric of reality, a gentle reminder of the immense, unimaginable power that lies just beyond our perception, a power that shapes every sunrise and every falling leaf. Moving from the universal to the deeply personal, we find ourselves drawn to the Johto region, a land rich in tradition and ancient spirits, where two magnificent legendary Pokémon represent the very essence of life and death, of joy and despair. These are Lugia and Ho-Oh, two legendary birds whose intertwined destinies have shaped the spiritual landscape of this ancient land. Ho-Oh, the rainbow Pokémon, a fire and flying type, is a creature of breathtaking beauty and profound symbolism. Its iridescent feathers are said to shimmer with all the colors of the rainbow, and it leaves a radiant trail in its wake whenever it takes flight. Legend has it that Ho-Oh's feathers bring happiness and good fortune to those who glimpse them. It is said to reside at the top of the Tin Tower, a sacred structure in Ecruteak City, where it once bestowed its blessings upon the land. Ho-Oh is also linked to the tragic burning of the Brass Tower, a devastating event that led to the creation of the legendary beasts, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. After the tower was consumed by fire and three nameless Pokémon perished in the blaze, Ho-Oh is said to have descended from the heavens and with its divine power resurrected them, transforming them into the powerful beings we know today. This act of rebirth and renewal firmly establishes Ho-Oh as a symbol of hope, resurrection, and new beginnings. Its song is said to be a melody of pure joy, capable of uplifting the spirits of all who hear it, a soothing warmth that can chase away the deepest chill. Lugia, the diving Pokémon, a psychic and flying type, is a majestic creature often associated with the sea, despite its flying type. It is said to be the guardian of the seas, dwelling in the depths of the ocean, where its immense power can be contained. Its presence is often linked to storms and calm waters, as it has the ability to quell raging tempests with a mere flap of its wings. Lugia is a graceful, draconic Pokémon with a predominantly white and blue coloration, its large wings capable of generating devastating gusts of wind. While Ho-Oh represents the sky and life, Lugia is often seen as its counterpart, a guardian of the ocean depths, and perhaps the more serene, introspective aspect of nature's power. It is said to be the master of the legendary birds of Kanto, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, maintaining balance among them, preventing their elemental clash from causing widespread destruction. Lugia's song is said to be a lullaby of the ocean, a calming melody that can soothe even the most troubled soul, a gentle current guiding thoughts towards peace. The tales of Lugia and Ho-Oh are deeply intertwined, representing the balance between the elements and the spiritual harmony of the world. While Ho-Oh brings life and vibrant color to the skies, Lugia brings calm and depth to the oceans. They are two sides of a spiritual coin, their existence a testament to the intricate balance that governs the natural world. Their legend is a quiet affirmation of the interconnectedness of all things, a gentle reminder that even in the face of destruction, there is always the promise of renewal, a cycle of beginnings and endings that unfolds with serene inevitability. As we continue our gentle journey through the tapestry of legendary Pokémon, our thoughts might drift to the guardians of knowledge, the weavers of dreams, and the keepers of wishes. Here, in the realm of psychic and mythical powers, we encounter Pokémon whose influence touches the very essence of human experience and perception. Mewtwo, the genetic Pokémon, a psychic type, stands as a testament to the complex relationship between creation and consequence. It is a legendary Pokémon born from scientific ambition, a clone of the mythical Mew. Mewtwo was created by scientists after years of horrific gene splicing and DNA engineering experiments. Its purpose was to be the most powerful Pokémon ever, a living weapon. However, Mewtwo's immense power was matched only by its profound emotional and existential turmoil. It questioned its own existence, its purpose, and the cruelty of its creators. This led to a violent rampage and a deep-seated distrust of humanity. Mewtwo is a bipedal, feline-like Pokémon, predominantly white and purple, with a powerful, muscular build. Its psychic abilities are unparalleled, capable of telekinesis, mind control, and generating powerful psychic blasts that can decimate landscapes. Despite its destructive potential, Mewtwo is often depicted as seeking meaning and understanding, a powerful being burdened by a lonely existence. Its story is a powerful narrative about the ethics of creation and the search for identity, a poignant reflection on the profound impact of scientific endeavor. Its meditative stillness often masks a whirlwind of complex thoughts, a quiet hum of cosmic self-reflection. Its genetic ancestor, Mew, the new species Pokémon, also a psychic type, is a creature of pure wonder and mystery. Mew is believed to be the ancestor of all Pokémon, containing the genetic code of all species within its DNA. It is a small, pink, feline-like Pokémon with large blue eyes and a long, thin tail. Mew is incredibly elusive, rarely seen by humans, and capable of learning any move, a testament to its genetic versatility. It is playful, curious, and possesses immense psychic power, including the ability to turn invisible, shapeshift, and create psychic barriers. Mew is often depicted as a benevolent and childlike entity, its existence a symbol of the boundless potential and diversity of life itself. The legends surrounding Mew suggest that it only appears to those with a pure heart, a gentle whisper of magic in a world often consumed by the tangible. Its presence is a soft, warm glow, a feeling of innocent wonder that brings a quiet smile to the mind. Moving towards the realm of dreams and wishes, we encounter Jirachi, the Wish Pokémon, a steel and psychic type. Jirachi is a small, star-shaped Pokémon with 3 tags on its head, which are said to be necessary for it to grant wishes. It awakens for only 7 days every 1,000 years, and during this brief period, it is capable of granting any wish made upon it. This makes Jirachi one of the most sought-after legendary Pokémon, a beacon of hope for those with the deepest desires. When it awakens, it sings a beautiful melody, and the tags on its head unfold into banners. Its presence is linked to the comet of a millennium, a celestial event that coincides with its awakening. While it sleeps, its body is encased in a protective crystalline shell, a gentle slumber awaiting its moment to bring dreams to life. Jirachi's story is a comforting one, a reminder of the power of hope and the potential for dreams to manifest, a shimmering promise that even the most fleeting moments can hold immense significance. And then there is Celebi, the time travel Pokemon, a psychic and grass type. Celebi is a small, fairy like Pokemon, predominantly green, with large blue eyes and antenna like appendages on its head. It is a guardian of the forests, said to travel through time, appearing and disappearing at will to protect sacred groves and ensure the health of plant life. Celebi's power allows it to traverse through different time periods, witnessing both the past and the future. Its arrival is often marked by the blossoming of flowers and the flourishing of vegetation, a testament to its life-giving aura. Legends say that Celebi can bring withered plants back to life and even restore entire forests that have been destroyed. It is a gentle, benevolent guardian, its existence a soft whisper through the ages, reminding us of the cyclical nature of time and the enduring resilience of life. Its presence is like a gentle breeze, rustling through ancient leaves, a quiet affirmation of growth and renewal. These legendary Pokemon, from the cosmic architects to the spiritual guardians and the weavers of dreams, paint a vivid picture of a world rich with wonder and profound meaning. Their stories are not just tales of power, but narratives woven with themes of balance, creation, destruction, hope, despair, and the enduring spirit of life itself. Each legend, each whisper of their existence, contributes to a grand, overarching narrative that cradles the imagination and invites quiet contemplation. As these stories continue to unfold, like the gentle lapping of waves on a distant shore, or the soft rustle of leaves in an ancient forest, let their presence guide you deeper into a state of serene tranquility. Allow the intricate details of their lore to become a soothing balm for your thoughts, a gentle current carrying you further into the embracing depths of quiet rest, where dreams are born and the world's wonders continue to unfold in the soft hush of peaceful slumber.